Welcome to Cranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Cranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always wins. Come on, let's get into it. Hello. Let me know if you can hear me in YouTube land. I see Drew Ross is here. I see, what's that, Carl's Corn? Oh, chorus. Good evening. Let me know if you're in YouTube land, if you can hear me before I start out. I was watching my Knicks play, but they're so bad I don't even want to watch them anymore. They were done by 30 at one point. They're done by about 21 now. They look like they've never played basketball before in their lives. And Carl Anthony Towns has to be the clumsiest basketball player in the history of basketball. Seriously. Man has no athleticism, has skills. But so good evening. Bless up. Zebeb, you're here. Drew Ross, you're here. Chorus, you're here. Thanks for being here. I'll have some fun this evening. I have three main topics that I want to talk about. I should jot on some notes for this evening, but we don't need no notes. So hope you had a great weekend. My weekend was good. Not gonna use the word great. It was good. I watched a lot of football this weekend, and some of the results were, for the most part, they were the outcomes what I wanted. Bless up, Peter. Good evening. And Keisha, thanks for being here. The outcomes were what I probably wanted in terms of AFCON, in terms of Premier League, not so much. We could have gone 9 points clear, and we didn't. I did watch some NFL. I actually not watching NFL like I used to, because from Colin Kaepernick situation, I've kind of turned off against the NFL. So I only watch when it's a playoff time. And even then, since my Giants and Jets are not good, I watch it less. Bless Keisha, bless. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. And everyone else in the chat. So let's jump into the topics. Without further ado, let's jump into the topics. First thing is AFCON. Now, I want to get your perspective, people. You know, I should make sure my phone is on now and link up. I want to get your perspective on AFCON. What's your views? Because I was watching the game, so I must admit, I'm on the fear with that fun enough. I was watching the game. They took away that goal that was scored by, I think, Sarr from Crystal Palace. Then they gave the penalty against the kid that played for West Ham. And I turned the TV off when the penalty was given. I was like, this is ridiculous. And I said to myself, this is going to sound really bad. I was like, you know what? Why I wouldn't, if I mean, probably walk off, I feel, you know, because I idiot thing never go out with. By the way, people, hit the like button when you come in. Hit the like button, people. Stop being stingy with the likes. And so say so done. They So say so done. They walked off. I was when I came back to watch it. Give me 1 second. When I came back to watch the game, the game didn't start. The penalty had already been taken, and then I heard the penalty was missed, and then I watched the replay for the penalty, and saw that Diaz did what he did. which I thought was weird because I know people like to take that kind of penalty. But it's only when you're trying to prove something and you have ego, you do them thing there. I wouldn't have done that. No, I wouldn't even consider doing that. That's not even a consideration. Seriously, I think it's dumb, to be honest. Why would you do that in such a big game? Bless up, Sherman and Princeton. Thanks for being here. I don't know why anybody in their right mind wouldn't take such a penalty, such a risk. And here's what's weird about the penalty. Because if he scored it, everybody would say how brave he was and how much nerve it takes to do it. And when you miss those things, people, it's not forgivable. Not forgivable. It's one thing to score it and look like a genius. And most often than not in today's football, for keepers, the decision is you dive to once. You pick a side and you dive. And when you're diving, because of the panenka, you may stretch your foot out just in case somebody go down the middle to block it if it goes that way, right? But your goal is to dive left or dive right. Dive right. And Mendy didn't move. I don't know what that's about. Mendy didn't move. Maybe Mendy did some research on the penalty taker, but he didn't move. And that changed the game, obviously. And the interesting thing about that game is that, it's the second time Senegal is winning. They 1-22? And Mane looked like the hero, right? Because we know that Mane's the one who called his team back from them being off the field for about 12 minutes. And the coach was the one who said they should get off the field. But I think part of the problem people don't realize is if you read the stories up until the game, Senegal went through a very tough time. The training facilities weren't right. The security wasn't right. They had so much complaint about how they were treated up to the game. And then even their spectators had some challenges. All right, Keisha, what were your thoughts, Keisha? What were your thoughts about the game? And you watched the highlights and the outcome and the decision. I want to know you people's decision. What's the decision to leave the field? Would you have done that? Because it was almost like the last point of the game, they gave the penalty really late. I mean, you don't have much time to recover. I think if the penalty was in the first half, Senegal would have walked off, but they probably feel like they're going to lose. And nowadays, penalty is almost like a win. If you guys remembered, even though it's a painful memory, remember Jamaica got a penalty against Curacao when Whisper looked like he got fouled. Penalty was called and then VAR overturned it, basically. VAR seemed to come in when they wanted. So there is a view that money has changed hands. I don't like to ever claim corruption unless I have evidence. So, and I was watching the game. Look, I could see why the referee took the goal away for the foul on the corner, but it wasn't a foul to me. They both pushing each other, and you can't take away that goal. I can also see why they gave the penalty in the box for the player when it's fighting with the other player. But to me, they're also fighting. But the problem with the Senegal player is he threw him down. It's one thing to fight and push, but the effort you exert to complete an action decides sometime whether or not you get penalized in a certain level. Dallo this weekend on Doku, the view was that it wasn't with force. He was just trying to reach a ball. We'll talk about that. But some people think that was a penalty. I didn't think it was a penalty. It was a red card. I didn't think it was a red card, to be honest. But it was a good match. That goal scored by, what's his name? Gouy. By the way, let me just say this to people in Jamaica and to JFF. That player who scored for Senegal, he was born in France. He's a diaspora player for Senegal, people. He's a diaspora player for Senegal. Because everywhere in the world now where people export people, human capital, they have diaspora. So those in Jamaica who are talking about, like diaspora, blah, 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 it's all over the world. So I if you believe Jamaica should go local, and we talk a lot about Jamaica today, that's your prerogative. But I think you're confused about how this is supposed to be nowadays. But it was a good game. The game itself was good. It was very tense. Morocco did everything they could. to get things in their favor to win. I think some of the ball boys from Morocco were rude. They were fighting the backup goalkeeper who was trying to keep towel for Mendy and to keep the ball, have the towel for Mendy to keep the ball dry. They were pushing him and hitting him and doing all sort of stuff. I mean, people, those things are ridiculous. And when AFCON comes up with this penalty, because penalty will be given to Senegal, Morocco should be penalized also. Now, one thing I say about Morocco is their facilities look good. The fields look good. So Morocco must, remember Morocco got a lot of money from the last World Cup. I'm sure they reinvest some of that money into their football. And Morocco, half of Morocco's team is made up of diaspora players anyway. So for those who complain about diaspora players, Jamaica, I mean, it's not Jamaica alone. Here, Nigerians doing the same thing. But so many people lose, they complain a lot. And as I've always said, and even in Nigeria, the players are very unhappy with their federation. So always look at some of these teams as to the incompetence of the federation, as to why you have so many issues. That you should do. But good game, good outcome. Mani again shows that he's an ambassador, he's a diplomat, he's a world citizen, and he's getting a lot of praise and a lot of flowers now for his decision to bring his team back into the field. All right, so it's a good thing. Keisha says she loved the passion. Yes, very tense. Yeah, no, it's the atmosphere was something else. The Moroccans did everything in their power, the fans, the officials, but the Senegalese showed their intestinal fortitude. And they didn't have two of their best players. Koulibaly wasn't there in the final. And they came out victorious. I don't think it was the best game, but it was a good game. I don't think it was the best game. If you look at the quality of the football, I think the possession wasn't as great as it could be. But both teams had very, very good players, actually. Most of the Senegalese players played at a very high level. That's why I'm smiling when we're going to play Congo and then realize that all those top teams in Africa have players playing in the top leagues all over the world. So that was AFCON. And then we come to the EPL. So this was an interesting weekend in the EPL. And I'll put up I should put up these scores this weekend. DJ says every country has some Jamaica think they got better players and is trying to improve the team, but Jeff thinks that youth is a better option. Yeah, I mean, I can't really talk about Jamaica and the JFF anymore. I'm trying to stay away from that conversation because it's hard watching serial. I call serial income. I'm coming with these new terms in terms of position. These terms, what I call serial incompetence. The incompetence is a continuum. It never ends. Never ends. And if you look at Jamaica, it's clear that this is the case. Now, if we go to let me see if I can get the EPL stuff. Go to EPL. These were the games this weekend. Let me know if you guys can see this. I'm talking so fast. These are the games this weekend. So we had on Saturday, early, first game, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, but more of 12:30 UK time. Man City, Man U. Now, I must admit, Man U seemed like they were a team that they were an alien team because this is not the team I know. Definitely not the team I know. I mean, they totally ran City off the field. And it shows you, look, it's one game and they're playing us this weekend, so we'll see how that work out. But to me, what it did show you is that, first of all, football is not rocket science. Second of all, you're sometimes as good as your manager or your coach, because what what Carrick did was he played to City's weakness. What do you mean by that? They have a very inexperienced defense, even though Aki is there, but Rico Lewis and the new kid, they have a center back. Guardiola is out, Diaz is out, John Stone is out. Well, John Stone is always out. But a very inexperienced defense. So what they did was, and City like to press high. So when a team presses high, you try to go behind them. And they put Mbeumo up front, they put skills on the wing in terms of Diallo, who came back from AFCON, and the young kid, I can't remember his name, that was playing the wing back in Amarin's system, and they were beyond excellent. And by the way, Bruno was brilliant. I'm not the biggest Bruno fan. I think he whines too much, but you can't argue with his numbers. Cranky, the fact that you struggle to pronounce my name because your name don't make no sense. DJ Gigs Exquisite. Like, is it a DJ Exquisite or something? You can't put DJ, then GIGZ. And so like some Russian name you have, I can't pronounce Russian name. Huh? Just say a DJ Exquisite, so take off the GI and GZ on it. Are your fault or my fault? You don't have to even put the E in front of the X by Exquisite. But anyway, I'm not English, I'm Jamaican. Well, it depends. Depends on how things are going, what nationality I am. Right now, I'm definitely not American. I probably never will be able to live here. But so it was a good game. I enjoyed the game because I'm like, okay, we're gonna go 9 points clear. I just gotta worry about Villa now. If we go 9 points clear with 16 games remaining, we ain't losing the title. Because even if we lose 3, that means if we lose 3, we're still gonna tie with City. The goal difference is very, very similar. And they'll have to keep on winning every single game. And they're not winning that defense that they have. They're getting Mark Gui now, so they're in a different place. But it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. So I was happy. I watched the Brentford-Chelsea game. Brentford should have won that game. They had a sitter and forward tried to pass the ball, and then Chelsea got 2 lucky goals. I didn't watch Liverpool-Burnley. I was shocked at the outcome. Liverpool leading for a long point in that game. But Liverpool has been off this year. I think people don't realize Liverpool's situation, which I should touch upon. When that team loses its entire forward line, basically, not literally totally. So they lost Diaz, who was excellent. They lost Nunez, who was a bench player but created havoc when he came on the field. They lost Jota, unfortunately. And then Salah is not being Salah. So they've lost 4 of their top 5 players up front. And then Isak came in, not prepared, came in late. Ketike has been in and out of the team because he's injured. So in essence, that's why Liverpool struggle. I did watch a little bit of I was watching 4 games at once. I was watching a little bit of Sunderland Crystal Palace game. Obviously, Sunderland came out. And I think, to me, some of my friends in England will kill me about this. To me, the most effective player in the Premier League this year has been Xhaka. I watch Xhaka just... People, if you're playing midfield, if you're football and playing midfield, watch how Xhaka play football. And by the way, people, you're not hitting the light button when you're coming in. Xhaka just made the game look simple. It looked like he's improved since he was at Arsenal. In his last 2 years at Arsenal, he was very good. And I think Arteta didn't want him to leave. Excellent. He just keep the ball moving, get the ball in the right place, right time, right person. He's been excellent. That's why Sunderland playing so well. Obviously, they spend a lot of money. But it shows you that they only made the Premier League through the playoffs, and yet they're much better than Burnley since they've been up, actually, and better than Leeds too. Very difficult team. We drew with them. And then Tottenham with Frank lost to West Ham. What's that? The Sakagate game or whatever it is. You see how football is funny, people? West Ham could have given up a penalty to Tottenham in the last part of the game. It didn't occur, and then they go down and Wilson scored, and that was it. Frank may not survive this week. And then Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. Now, I don't like how we're playing. I don't like how we're playing. We are not moving the ball quick enough. The ball is too slow. I watched Man U against City, and the ball was pinging. How Amarin didn't realize he needed 3 midfielders to get Manu on the field, playing beside Casemiro with Bruno up front. Because he moved Bruno in a double pivot. He's too far away from the goal. It's beyond me. That's why I'm going to speak patois. That's why I'm going to read some of them coaches. That's why I'm going to read some of them coaches. I'm going to talk about them talk about football like a rocket science. How you as a coach can't see that? Come on, people. 94 people watching, 38 likes. Come on, people. Unless you really don't like it, then we can understand. I mean, it's amazing to me that Amarin doesn't realize that his 3-4-3 wasn't working. People want to call it 5 at the back. We call it a 3 at the back. It wasn't working the way it needed to. And what you saw from Man U is not an aberration. First of all, when Arsenal played Man U the first game of the season, they should have beaten us. They dominated us. We got lucky in the first game. And if Carrick have the team playing now, it's going to be a different game against us because our back four, I think of our back four, we have 3 world-class players between Timber, Gabriel, and Saliba. And Califury could be world-class, but you can't be world-class on the bench because he's always injured. And our goalkeeper, I think, is world-class. So we got 4 to 5 world-class players. But when you leave our defense, we don't have no world-class player. We're talking about Saka is world-class and Rice are world-class. They're very good players. They're not world-class. And by the way, Saka is not scoring. So it was an interesting game against Nottingham Forest. We didn't create anything. Forest had more shot at the 18-yard line to goal that were blocked than we did. We're not creating goals. We're not creating. I mean, Martinelli missed a sitter, but that was off a set piece where Madueke took a shot and he should have tapped it in and he didn't. Saka had a header, but we did nothing. And it's been whenever we're not effective on set pieces and Nottingham Forest, Sam Dyche team does a good job of defending set pieces. We struggle, which is ridiculous. We struggle. DJ Gig says, "Man, you always play okay." Top 5. I don't totally. It's true. They play good in derby games, Liverpool game, Man City game, and they play good against us. Actually, they always give us a tough time. Even last year, they knocked us out the FA Cup with 10 men when they lost a man really early. So we struggle against them. But they look really good because they control the middle of the park. If you can't control the middle of the park, people, your football team ain't gonna be great. And even though we have a good midfield, and here's my problem with Arsenal, which is Odegaard is a very good player, very creative player. But as I said, Jamaica, he's not scoring a goal. He's not scoring goals. He may get a brilliant assist here and there, but he's not. He touched the ball a lot. He's busy. He's always there. He's always present to get the ball. But he's ineffective. And Eze is the opposite. He's not touching the ball a lot, but we know what he can do when he gets it. So Arteta needs to figure that out because right now it's not working. Right now it ain't working. Right now it's a big problem in terms of where we are, what we're doing. And we're playing Inter tomorrow, but it's not a game we got to worry about because we're leading the Champions League, and if we lose, we're still going to be in the top 8. And we're still going to get an automatic bye for the first round. But we have to fix the middle of the park. People keep saying Rice is brilliant and he's this. Rice is a good player. He's not world class. He doesn't. I mean, defensively he's very good. He covers a lot of ground, but I think people sometimes confuse what that entails. They confuse what that entails. So hopefully, Ezra will get a game tomorrow and show something so he can get some game time because Odegaard doesn't deserve. Arteta took off Odegaard and put on Merino. Like we don't want to score. Merino can score when he's playing up top. When he's playing the 8, he's not an effective scorer. So he went with 3 in the middle with Rice, Zubamende, and Merino, and then he made some changes. It's just poor management. As I said, Arteta's game management, I'm not happy about. And then we went to Sunday and things got better because Villa lost to Everton, which I find really interesting. Surprising. Everton obviously is coached by Moyes. You know how that works. Moyes is like Daesh, is like Allardyce with like Sometimes they play very conservative football, old dinosaur English coaches. And they give Villa a hard time. Villa had some chances, but I think Villa's problem is Villa has no dynamism on the wings. They don't have any wingers. Look at their team. They don't have one competent winger. Rogers play out wide, McGinn play there. They stack in the middle of the park. So if the game is going to play it squarely through the middle, then you know what? Are you not expanding the field and creating width? Then it becomes a problem for you. So good win by, and then Wolves drew with Newcastle. Newcastle was a better team, but Wolves playing better in the second half than they normally do. So if we go to the, put up one more thing. This is matches, statistics. I don't even see the standings. I thought I had standings here. Let me take this off. Oh, I do have it. Let me go back. So Arsenal is on 50 points. We need about 92 points to win the league. Guarantee winning it. 16 games remaining. We haven't lost in a while. I think we haven't lost in Premier League we only lost 2 games this season. City has lost 5 games. Aston Villa has lost 5 games. Liverpool lost 6 games. So we lost 2. The closest, nobody's lost 3 or 4. So we're hard to beat. And the 2 losses we have had against Liverpool, who scored our worldly by Szoboszlai, and against Villa, last kick of the game. So it shows you that we're a hard team to beat. But our goal scoring needs to be better. Even though we have scored 40 goals, we have had some big games against Villa. We scored 4. I think Leeds, we scored 3. So that may not present the best picture. But our goal difference is the best. Our point total is the best. Our win ratio is the best. So let's hope that it continues and we win the league and move on. I don't know if you're saying that facetiously or not valid. I know you say that facetiously. Bless up New Waves. Thanks for being here. But and I say one more thing about football, people. Let me say one more thing, because I get grief from a friend of mine who was a football academy. He says I'm disrespecting football because I said football is not that complex. He gave me a hard time about that because I was like, not complex. You guys don't know what complex entail, right? And he gave me a hard time about that. He said, and it's not that I'm doing that. It's just that I'm gonna give you some examples. People give Pep all this credit and everything about how great he is. I'm gonna say he's the greatest manager ever. I don't buy that. I'm not buying that. And they say Ferguson's the greatest manager ever. I'm not buying that either. And here is why. Let's go Ferguson first. Yes, Ferguson almost got fired at Man U way back when, won a ton of Premier League titles, was dominant. But you have to go back. Some people, they're more in the recency bias area. Ferguson always had the best team in England, and he could buy the best players. Whether it's Ferdinand he bought, where did Ferdinand come from? Leeds? Whether it's Michael Carrick from West Ham, whether it's Berbatov from Tottenham, he could buy all the best players. And he would buy them, and they were from England. Because most times, there weren't a lot of foreign footballers in England at the time, right? At that time, when he's buying players, there was the number of them, especially French, but it wasn't like now where only 40% are English, or even less. The percentage keep going down. So in essence, he could buy the best players. When you have to buy the best players, I keep telling people, if you have a halfway decent coach, you can have the best team. There's no doubt about that. And I'm going to go to Pep. Now, Pep is not taking a team unless it's stacked. Pep is not taking a team or coach a team unless it's stacked. You go to the Barcelona team with probably the best midfield in the history of football, with Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. And then they had Messi, we can call him forward or midfielder, and he had a bunch of other players, right? That were in his team, like the Henrys of the world at some point, and Abramovich, all of them. It's a stacked team. So he had Barcelona, and then when he took a year off, because he got burnt out, they won Champions League and he won everything, and he went to Bayern. And Bayern win the Bundesliga every single year, right? And he won 3 championships there, but he never won the Champions League. Didn't even look dangerous in the Champions League. And he had the best team in Germany. And they were dominant in Germany. So he couldn't get him over that hump. Then he came to City when Mancini won Premier League, Pellegrini won Premier League. So, and he came and won, he should win. And then he won 1 Champions League. And in fact, he's cost them Champions League versus win Champions League. I'm gonna give you an example. I think when they played Real Madrid and he had Ferdinandinho playing right back against Vinicius Jr., which is head scratcher. He always make these changes to be so creative. Now, I'm not gonna say he's not a great coach, because the difference between a coach and a manager. A coach is somebody on the playing field, give you instruction, give you direction. And he's dominated football in terms of style of play, which is possession. He presses high, he stifles you, and when you get it, you can't get it off him. But in terms of coach, who I rate, and who may not get the credit because they have become journeyman coach, think about Conte, who came to Chelsea. They struggled the first year. He went to a back 3 and he won the league, right? But difficult to deal with. Think of Mourinho, who won in Portugal, won the Champions League, was it with Porto? Came Chelsea, right? Did really well, did win the Champions League. Went to Real Madrid, didn't win the year, but went to Inter and won against a better Barcelona team. But difficult. But Mourinho's also strategy and methods are getting old. Pep stuff never really get old. So when we're talking about the best, to me, the best is, do you exceed expectations significantly with the quality of players you have? Klopp, for example, to me, exceeded expectation first at Liverpool because they were floundering before he got there. But he only won 1 Premier League, right? And Slot came in 1 after him, and he won, but he also won a Champions League. So who is the best manager? I don't really know. But I think I don't put Mourinho and Pep and Klopp and even Zinedine Zidane won 3 Champions League and Ancelotti's won a bunch. I don't differentiate them. It's hard to differentiate them. Given to me, the manager who's great is the quality of the players they have, along with the type of football that they play, and the results that they get. Do you exceed expectation or do you just meet expectation? Let me take some comments. Kathy said, look like Unago win still. Just glad my side get rid of the clone coach to start play proper. You must be a Man U fan. You must be a Man U fan. I must be a Man U fan. Hold on, said Pep changed the game with tiki-taka football. So yes, an argument. No, tiki-taka is an evolution of Dutch football. The 1974 Dutch team with Cruyff, the 1978 Dutch team with Neeskens, they played total football. They dominated the ball. They play position football. People evolve these things, people. They don't create them. They evolve them. Create to me, when you originate them, they come from scratch. He worked with, what's the name of the old Leeds coach? Bielsa. Because that's how Bielsa played, total football. But Bielsa never had the players to play how like a Pep play. There's a difference. Curtis, that's why I can't rate Pep over staff with youths. So Alex Ferguson with vets, the man building. Yeah, but as I said, Alex Ferguson had all the money and he had all the best players in England. He did. You could buy the Ronaldo, you could buy the Tevez, you could buy Sahas, you could buy Berbatov, you could buy Ferdinand, buy all the players. The only player he bought that didn't really work out was Varane, who was a world-class player. Cranky, y'all haven't won in almost 25 years. I was not finding any person to tell us about great coaches. Because we haven't won, we can't talk about great coaches, really? Well, we have been trying to do things the right way. Unlike some people who take the Russian people's money and buy up a team and then can waste, and then do things on the backhand by creating fictitious company, paying people off the books. We didn't do that. City does that. Chelsea does that. Arsenal didn't do that. They do it the right way. So there's a difference between the two. The best to me, the best. 22-24, he would use Brighton and defeat every team. Nah, I mean, he doesn't have enough of a resume to say he's the best. Yeah, Bielsa did for a while, but then he wouldn't change his style, and the Premier League is very unforgiving. Carter said, Fergie had the best hands down, not because of my side, but the man even in Scotland with Aberdeen brought us. That is true. That is true. But people said that Fergie wasn't really a coach, and Fergie was a manager. Fergie didn't take people on the practice field like how Pep does, like Arteta does. He's more of a manager. And I respect managers like Ancelotti. But to me, you also got to be both. Pep also got team because he came from the academy. Really? Pep also go to a team that you can coach, Cranky. Yeah, well, any team Pep coach can coach because if they don't do what Pep says, him get rid of them. Yeah, Pep always says, if you want to leave, you leave. Because he's bigger than the players. Right? Pep philosophy is, if you want to leave, you leave. Because I don't say put in Jamaican language, I'm me run things. You don't run this team, I run this team. So when I look at the standing, if I was to try to predict top 4 from here with 16 games remaining, I think it's Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. I think Man U has a chance to make top 4. So did Chelsea. Definitely. I think Newcastle going to struggle because they're too inconsistent. I think when Isak come back, which is later this year, Katike gets fit, Liverpool will be okay. I don't think the top 4 as it stands now, maybe the top 4. Man U will make top 5. They could get out Liverpool. I think Villa is very light squad-wise, so they may struggle. They're very, very light. As I said, they have no wingers. If a couple of midfielders get hurt, as we see sometimes, they're going to struggle. If Rodgers get hurt, they're in trouble because Watkins has been inconsistent this year. So that is the football. Now let's go to Jamaica football. We have gone through EPL. We have gone through AFCON. And I think, as I said before, we're going to go through what I deem to be the main topic for the evening. Let's talk about some football. Now, as you know, this won't be a long show, people. Not a long show, but we'll talk in Jamaica football. As you know, Jamaica played Grenada. Before we jump in, Jamaica played Grenada. Somebody sent me a text and said I should talk about this. So I digress a little bit, but then come to Jamaica Grenada game and the World Cup preparation. They mentioned that Maverick said that Jamaica should pay the players, I guess, because I didn't listen. I started listening to the video and didn't fully listen to it, but should pay the players to incentivize them to try to get to the World Cup. Now, what Maverick has to realize is that World Cup players who get to the World Cup gets paid. For the women, I think they're guaranteed about $30,000 US, and then it's up to the federation. I think they guarantee a minimum, and it's up to the federation to figure out what they get after that. I think for the men's team, that's worked out contractually or otherwise with the players, so they get money. Everybody get money. I think in the World Cup, I read some article which says that any player, if they go all the way to the final and maybe win, could get up to about $270,000, depending on how their federation works. So if they're already going to get money. So I think I always say this about Maverick. Because you guys know I've called the Maverick program for a couple of times more recently. That Maverick is very topical with his perspective. And he can't see it. Because I tell him, say, when I call this program, I tell him, say, I'm topical and I'm not in-depth, him get perturbed. Can feast him follow the football, but he doesn't. Or if he follows it, he doesn't understand what in-depth means and what topical means. Seriously. If you don't know the people that get P, you can't incentivize them because they might get P already, you know what I talk about. And then I heard Maverick says, we'll get to that now, that he watched the game against Grenada and he loved what he see and they're trying to keep the ball and they keep the ball better than any game Jamaica played in World Cup qualifier and blah, blah, blah. Because I was listening today and then I had to go and go do something. I didn't listen that long. First of all, people, when we played Bermuda twice, we destroyed them in both games. I think we beat them, what 4 each game? We give Grenada 1 of the other day. So we espouse these narratives because it's so good on the radio and it's so good locally, but it don't make no sense. Seriously, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Now, I watched I was toggling between AFCON and the Reggae Boys game yesterday, right? Because I didn't do a watch along for it. I watched AFCON, then turn off AFCON when them come up for the field, watch the Reggae Boys game, then went back to AFCON, then come back to the Reggae Boys game. And you know what I did? before I do this, I actually went on the site for JFF Live. So I'm gonna play Rudolph Speed's post-match game conference. No, Jamaica. So let's summarize the game. Jamaica won the game 1-0. Grenada got a chance. Jamaica probably got more chance than they did. The Jamaica team, they said, had 16 locally based players, all locally born players, 16 locally based players, and of the 20 whatever number squad they had. I think people like Damien was there and Webster was there from overseas and Brown overseas. So that was the team. Keisha said, "Crank, to be honest, me not watch it." When has Oral made since last decade? I think Oral is some things just to get views, you know. I watch Oral and assess him. Come on, matter about people. Is 125 people watching. Only half of you have hit the like button. That's not a good look, people. It's not a good look. Hit the like button so other people can watch the program. And by the way, I appreciate those of you who are subscribed. I'm a subscription number now. 8,000 something. I need to get to 10. I said I want 10,000 before the end of February. We need to get up there. 10,000 is the magic number for me. Let me start try to get sponsors and people come on my program. Sponsors and guests and everything there. I'm try to get to 10,000 first before we start to that. So if you have some business you want to sponsor, I may have 10,000. I've tried to get more views though. You can't come negotiate with me. I even have a template. I found me a damn thing there, but we can talk about that. Sanjay said, Cranky Speed said in his first presser that he came up with a probation of 52-man squad for the upcoming playoffs. He was supposed to have some in the next 8 players by now. No, I haven't heard anything about it. And we'll touch upon that, actually. We'll touch upon that. So let me play the press conference, and then we can talk about it afterwards. You guys can't hear? No sound? Oh, hell. I'm hearing it clear as day. All right, let me do something different. You know what I should have done? I should have recorded it and then play it. I'm playing it. You're seeing it. All right, let me revisit this. This is not good. Let me see if I can pull it up and then play it through the system versus... That is not good. All right, I think I can.
Conference for Grenada against Jamaica International. We're joined with the head coach.
Can you guys hear that now? I'll turn off this one and just keep them on the screen. You guys can hear that, right? Let me know if you could hear that. Let me play it again.
Of the Jamaica Senior Men's National.
Can you hear that? Okay. So I have to play it on my phone because it's not coming through the system, but I'll just keep it on it. So don't watch what's on the screen. Just stick at speed attack on no speed voice.
Team coach Rudolph Speed will now the floor for questions from members of the media. Who would like to start?
Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on your first win as the interim head coach for Jamaica. I'm sure you had some ideas coming to this game of what you're looking for leading up to March. What are some of your key takeaways from today's game? I know it's not just the final score that matters, but overall, what you're looking for as far as tactical and as far as players and their development.
Yeah, well, what we're looking for is to see the person play like the training. I think largely we have achieved. They did play like our training, move the ball around, very comfortable. That is what is easy for us. I mean, we have to talk about transfer because it's difficult when you're coaching to see everything. So we'll see for our tactics we had tried to imply or implemented.
Yeah, Coach, you played about 21 players today. So you kind of open up the roster a little bit. Is that also part of your strategies just to see the look of everyone as well?
Oh, definitely. And we hope to get another game also to see more players for final deliberations to pick the spot for the match 26th and 31st.
And last for me, anything that you may have seen that you didn't like or something that you want to improve on for next time?
There's a lot of things to improve.
So,
What was the composition of this team?
No, there was 15 locals. Sorry, no, all the players, 16 JPL players, and the rest played, in the Americas, and one played in Europe. If you're talking about local band,
Overall, what are some of the strengths you take away from this team?
I thought that moved the ball very well. Was trying to play the ball through midfield, and that didn't happen. I thought it's what patient, try something that we're out.
Did you get any kind of competition you expected from the beginning of the team?
I thought they did extremely well. They're very organized. They line up 4-4-2 and it was hard for us to break it down. But when it came to the RS, it's a piece of magic in it. But I think he pulled it out.
Any other questions?
yeah, one more. Coach, on the radio, I heard a comment where they said this is like a big match for the Grenada's football team. So what does that feel like knowing everywhere you go in the Caribbean, Jamaica is a target? Doesn't matter if it's a friendly or it's a Gold Cup match or a World Cup qualifier. Anytime a Caribbean country plays Jamaica, they consider it as a big match.
Quite rightly so. We've been the number one team in the Caribbean for a long period. Our team has been loose. People believe that we are right for the picking now. So they're gonna come after us. And I think I really appreciate the effort that Grenada put out. Amsterdam, they give us a hard time. It's something that we need going into the qualifiers. So it was a welcome match, and I wouldn't have wanted any other way except for them to fight us. And that's the coach, the coach and the player really gave us a hard.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
So where do I start? I think you said something about, difficult game going from Grenada going to the qualifiers. Where do I start? You know what? Where I should start? So me have some question. First thing I said, this is gonna sound really bad. I'm gonna get myself in trouble as I normally do. We're getting people who ask questions. You don't know in a press conference. You don't know you ask questions. Are them questions you ask? Oh, I heard on the radio. Jesus Lord. I am flabbergasted when I hear these questions. Now, my first, so Jamaica versus Grenada, locally based, locally born team mainly. So the first question everybody asks, and this question been asked a lot of times, does this really matter? Because if we're really honest, most of the players them in the team, the 20-something have, not going to play in the playoffs. Let's be honest. They're unlikely to face New Caledonia. They're unlikely to face Congo. So what we are prepared for with them game here? Ask question about, coach, have you learned? What you want to learn? If you say, you know what? It's about the local players, get them exposure, blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with World Cup qualifiers. It may be for us to test some concepts that we have. If you test by the wrong people, then yeah. He wants to say whether the pattern of play in training show up You only get about 4 or 5 days in that window before the first game. No true insight. So I'll tell you my question then. Speed of assistant coach, man. I'm assistant coach. Make a call here when I'm assistant them. No true insight from the interview. I would agree. Feel good, green crack. I'd agree. There's a logic gap here, people. Now think about this. Systems don't exist without players. They exist inside of the player them. The system can't exist outside the player them. You have a system, the system exists, and you have to effectuate or implement the system so the players them can understand the system are playing against. So how does this what you do and try to align with or relate to the people who actually play? If the players who are not gonna execute the system aren't here, they won't arrive probably about a week before the playoff, if that much time. Then what exactly are we testing? What are we a test? If we a test before they qualify, what are you a test? You mean a test so you can coach? Yeah, you know what? It's fun like people? Like you rehearse a play, but the actors will act and play it. Now, people think about the analogy. Yeah. It's a good one, man. No, funny. You rehearse a play, you have a play rehearsal, but the people go acting at the play, none of they are rehearsed. Eh? But understand? Be confused. Seriously. Me have a player come up, we are rehearsing the play, but the man them when I play not there. So they ask the question what he's trying to achieve, and he want to see how when doing a training align. So how do you implement a style of play or a way of play without core players? And here's the better questions, people. We'll come up with some questions. As we attack, we'll come up with some questions as we attack, because it's important. We'll come up with some questions. But before we come up with the question, then I'll pivot to something. Then I'll come back. So follow me, right? Follow me. Don't leave me, follow me. What I see right now, you know what? No, I'll do it the other way around. Let me go through the game first and the question them first, and then we come prepare to one pivot to. I'll pivot to something else. Before we do that, I'll pivot to something else. So okay, let's think about the question we should ask. Because sometimes we kind of confuse, when JF do some things, I'm not that smart, And I'm told by enough people at Jamaica, I'm not that smart. So I'm not blame them for say so. Because I engage with them, so I can't be that smart, I engage with them. Well, here's some examples of questions we should be asking. Now, the question was asked about what he's trying to achieve, and he's saying wants to them not practice, they're not training. So here's one question should be asked. Can't go with a ton of them, but how does he define success for that game? Given that most of the players who are going to play in the playoffs didn't play in this game, how do you define success? And is this match about World Cup qualified playoff or about busting a youth? Because if you talk about, say, heavy preparation for playoff, I don't know what. If the players that you're not going to use, it's like West Indies that try to go play Australia and then do a practice game, and then I play them, almost 9% I play them or practice now and play. And here's another thing to people which is important. In fact, we can come up with tons of different things that are important. The fact that most of the players were in this game not going to play against New Caledonia and DR Congo, how does that reality shape what he's trying to do? I'm confused. How effective can his system be when the players who are primarily there are not present? Those are the questions should be asked now. And also there's another question, a follow-up question to that, which is, isn't there a danger that the approach you are rehearsed now with one group, you have to redo it with another group, but you won't have as much time with that group to do it? You might as well just use local players to play in a playoff if you think your system is that good. And isn't there a disconnect between preparation and execution where the people you are prepared with are not the ones who are going to execute? So therefore, it's misaligned. I'm not that smart enough, but I don't understand. J. Ross say, my name say, a win is a win. Yeah, for them. Me, Maverick attack me, say, me couldn't believe me, Maverick say. The Grenada not good. Him did qualified, but me like what me see. Me don't know what me I see. And the question was asked about there are things that he saw, patterns of play and how that worked. Give me the exact specifics. That's what the question should be asked. What is specific you see? You want to keep the ball. What does that mean? Elaborate on keeping the ball. You want to play from the defense, the goalkeeper to the defense, to the midfield. What were you trying to accomplish in terms of that pattern of play and style of play? You want to get the ball out to the wing and get crossed in the box? Talk me through the specifics. And also, which aspect of your system, since the players are not there, is player agnostic? And which require repetition, meaning it don't matter if the player there or not, the system them can adapt the system real easily, or it don't matter because them should have those components to them game already. And then which piece of repetitions you have to repeat. And if you got to repeat them, when you repeat them. And also, whatever system you have, how much system you can get in 4 days? Is this system flexible enough to be easily absorbed by the player that may have in your team? Awesome. I'm hear no question, which may be a little bit later. But how much time you expect to have with the players them overseas before the first game? And how do you plan to implement and effectuate your tactics with those players? Does he believe 1 week is sufficient? Give him a try, though. For the players, the core component of his team, because he won't have his core component until like a week before. And what concern does he have, given the limited preparation time he'll have with the core component? Like the man who asks question, people, I don't know if you stop. Hey, they have ban them, report here. They have ban them. Here's another question, which is more important. Have you communicated with the players based overseas? Have you, if you provide to them what your idea is going to be, what your thought process is, what you expect from them? Do you know any of the players from overseas? Know them. I don't mean tangentially. I don't mean superficially. I don't mean topically. Like how Maverick communicate and how Maverick talk about topic. I mean, get to know them as people, as persons, and understand how them play and how that fit into your system. And how do you make sure the players, them you bring their team from the local team align with the one overseas? What you look for? What you look for in that player? Except if you have vigor and strength and fast and committed. You have 52 players to select. By the way, I didn't see Freckleton on the list, by the way. Freckleton plays at St. Mirren with King. Freckleton want to play with Jamaica. I think they got them I go through him papers. He was on the 52. Why not on the 52? When him start over King, enough time him play. Him start before King, my left-sided player. Especially since Pinnock now get no game time at Brentford. Another question, how much position open? You know, I every position. Maybe ask the question, how much position are realistically open for this team? Is there space for these locally based players to get into the team? How much spot you have? 5, 6, 7, 2? And I want to understand how the local players, how them fit into this concept, this idea, and this view about how they're going to play. Also, if you go forward, because we know some people go party, are there some things that are non-negotiable when it comes to the people who are playing in your team? Because you run things now. How is the identity of this team go different from your previous coach them under your tenure? And what does that mean? Because I know the focus is on the playoffs. Do you have any thoughts beyond the playoffs? How do you measure how effective your methodology that you employ right now is? Is this game, you're going to judge things based on this game? How you determine whether or not what you try to do or work or not? Do you have any way of judging it? Of assessing performance, of assessing what you're trying to do? How that align with Congo, how Congo play? Or Congo one play and Congo players them? Have you identified the core persons, 2 people or 3 people for each position? Do they know the opponent? Have you talked about the opponent? How do you know that the method them you employ go transfer into match? How you make the team get cohesive? Because right now I struggle with cohesion. So them struggle so much. Like, when these reporters are asking questions, people, and before you go press conference, you must prepare your question, you know. Some you can do impromptu, some based on what the questions are being asked, some you prepare for before you go there. Because you know what them will be. I can't believe said we now. So if I took over a team on January 15th, by the end of the month, no, December 15th, sorry. By the end of December, me talk to every single player already. You have a schedule. 52 players, 15 days. That means it's about what? Less than 4 players a day me I talk to. Take out Christmas Eve. No, I'm about to play then. Me get 13.4, what? 52? Me talk to every single player before January 31st, before December 31st. Me I talk to them. Me I engage with them. Me have a conversation, me have a follow-up conversation. Me probably want a Zoom call with our 52 players. Because me have 8 more, me get 8 more, me have 60. A Zoom call with everybody. If you know what the expectation is, know where I try to achieve, get everybody on board. Me not hear nothing about that. Me not understand how this works. Then the man want to be with you and say, boy, you think you're smart. You don't think I'm smart. But I damn sure will be running this program like you're running it. Seriously. Like, I don't hear anything about the players, them in that 52 and that gathering, bring them together, this rah-rah thing we need first, and then we go more tactical and more strategic as we go through the time I pass. Now, you're nothing. I mean, you're thinking about we are training local players. I mean, we get them in coaching staff. All right, that's all good. When you talk to the player, you talk to them in mid-February. Now, February, you're mad, man. Or if you have a football team, we don't know but you talk to them in February. Them thing there what Jamaica call idiot thing. Idiot thing. You talk to them in February. And you get the thing for the man 2 months. Which, first of all, people, I know you want to listen to sports and your coach go up on board. The first thing, I'm going to go talk to them core player first, you know. Then talk to everybody else, you know. Core, they know what the core is. And if you're in Jamaica technical committee chair from when, you're supposed to know all them players there. But you know, so you don't know them. So you don't know them. You have to get to know them then. You have to convince them that to play for you. They have to run through a brick wall for you. That you know what you're talking about. That them can depend on you can depend on them. That they know what the objective is. Then they can achieve the objective. Me not understand, people. Me not understand. Me not hear nothing but no engagement player there. Me and but Grenada and Grenada good team and they well organized. It's Grenada. Hello. This ain't Peru. This ain't Bolivia. This ain't Congo. This is not the US. It's Grenada. And we struggle with team like St. Vincent because we're not playing no professional football. And if the Jamaica regular team, when Grenada one love, not beat them. If the regular Jamaica team composed mainly of diaspora players, get a Grenada one love, a pure cussing them get, not about how them play well. Oh, they played well. I'm married up, but I'm so pleased. I was pleased with the football. This Grenada was pleased with the football. So I pull out some comments, kind of with the research from the JFF website. Some people have commented. They're very careful my reading now. So these are people in the chat. So I'm not call on name. Because one body said, well, I may call them out. But then, you know what? They post it publicly. So I say it. They post it publicly. From Premier 7768, he says, are you playing to compete in the Caribbean Cup or World Cup? Because no disrespect, but this post-match press conference talking about playing against Grenada is below international standards. But it was interesting. Here's another comment from Kingley789. I'm reading these out, people, because, and I just picked the first 5 or 6. I didn't pick them based on what they said. I just picked the first 5 or 6. I'm going to read them here. So I'm going to read some of them for the first time. It says, I'm a Trinidadian fan. I wasn't expecting this result, but congratulations on a hard-fought 1-0 win over Grenada. I hope Jamaica will make it to the World Cup. I'm rooting with you guys. So thanks Trini, Kingley Trini. Next one says, vibing for you one. A win is a win, and with a built-up play and assist. But JFF, you be the judge and the jury and tell us how far Speed and his domestic players can take us in the World Cup playoff. Because according to Speed, we're comfortable on the ball and played according to training preparations, but we had difficulty breaking down the Grenada team. Think about that. Aren't we in trouble? And the last one I see here is from the Watcher 56 says, let me be careful how I read this one. It says, until you take yourself serious, no one will take you serious. Big XXX joke. You can interpret what that means. These men put themselves in coaching positions to cap unknown players and charge them a fee behind the scenes. The whole regime needs to go. Those are comments. It's the first 4 comments I see on the site. So you go on JFF website, JFF Live, and you can see the comment them. But the point I'm trying to make is this: is that I don't truly see the correlation between this game, what's being done now, and the playoffs. And one of my frustration is I don't hear anything about engagement communication with those 52 players that he has. Nothing. All I hear, we're going to talk to him in February. The game is the next month after February. How are you preparing? Each player should be understanding who the opposition are. New Caledonia and Congo. Each player in each position should know who they're playing against, how the team play. All that should be communicated. Each player should know who played for them side of the field and what those players' strengths and weaknesses are. What's the style of play them play? How we play as a team against them. We should be imparting verbally them the strategy we want to employ. When you figure it out, hopefully you can figure it out by end of January, and then communicate it. So when they come in a practice for the 4 or 5 days you have them, the walkthrough is there. You should also be traveling. Go talk to the key player, them, have conversation with them. But then again, maybe we don't know who the key players are. I mean, that's part of the problem. Come see 2 o'clock game, I see 2 o'clock the game, Everton game yesterday. 2 o'clock have too much game I watch. We don't go watch no game. And Rudolph himself said, when him go Middle East, go some FIFA conference and go game live watch Congo, him say you have to go to the game them because you can't watch people play just on TV, even though I pay a wise coach, the coach watch the previous coach. So what I say? Them man confuse me, star. I'm not that smart, man. Confuse me. You know what I'm telling me? Confuse me. Confuse me bad. I'm not that smart, but then confuse me. Very confused. I don't understand people. I don't understand. It's amazing to me. Amazing. It doesn't make any sense. The preparation so far that I see for the playoffs is not what I would expect or any reasonable person should expect, given the task at hand, given the quality of the opponent, given the unknown elements of the opponent. Pete should be on a play and him and him assistant them. I got England go watch who him think can be in him team. Go watch them live and say you can't watch on TV. Go watch them live. And what you do there? Watch some of the Congo player them. Go watch one Wissa. Go watch one Bissaka. Can you see them on TV? Go watch some of the players them and see how them play. Find out what them weakness there. Both on TV and live. Figure out who you attack them. Can just play low block football and expect to win. I don't understand people. I'm confused. And these are the geniuses we are talking about now. Man, they're genius, people. Because we are YouTubers, don't know football now. They might know if plan and execute. They might run big company. They might run big team. They might one team. Oh, by the way, something come to me. May I digress now? May I pivot now from this because I get frustrated. And let me just say this about the media in Jamaica. I talk patois, because I speak is spooky. Uno fi do better. Uno fi do better. The media is so disappointing. It's amazing. They're so disappointing. It's amazing. Media fi do better, man. If you need better people, hey, tell me what the media. Tell me what do to me. What do now? I put myself forward. Give me some badge. Because I try to sign up for a FIFA thing. And I said, boy, you have to affiliate with some organization. So give me an affiliation. Maybe you can come ask questions in a press conference. Because no question, them woefully inadequate. Them poor. Them can't even pass first base. Seriously. Question them bad. They're awful. There's no research done. There is no investment put into the role you're playing as a reporter. No, I have to see them full question them and get to see them full answer. And the public left, not get no information that make no sense to them. I don't think you do a great job. I don't want to beat YouTubers, but them not good and them this and them that and when they go certain things because the YouTubers are there. I don't know, I do no job. I do no job. I get paid for nothing. Should I pay no company on I work for? But another point that came out to me that I thought about today was that Jamaica is going local. So you heard Roy Simpson come out and said that the foreign thing that we do now work, we need to go more local. And I suggested to Maverick on his program that we should use locally based players or locally born players play the World Cup qualifier. Don't use no diaspora player. Because they're not good. As I said, when them not good, So we shouldn't use them. Use locally born players. Don't use no diaspora player. Because I say them a reject. Them not good. Them a bandwagonist. Them a follow and all sort of something to call them. So use the locally born players. You had some, I think you had 16 of the 20-something were locally based and born, and the other 5 or whatever number were locally born. Use our locally born players. You have enough players, you know. Volume is not the problem. Those locally born players. I'm going to take some comment and me keep going. Use locally born players. That's my view. Well, I can guarantee that Congo coach wasn't at the game yesterday watching Jamaica. J-Ro says, it's heartbreaking that is what we made of an easy qualifier. Speed is obviously out of his depth and refused to concede, and then you have more like Oral egging him on. Yeah. Do you have any idea which 8 players Federation plan to take? No, I don't know, you know. I haven't heard anything. First of all, no idea why my information source them dry up, you know. Because let me tell some people, I'm not really blame them. It's when you come on them channel and you express your view, and some people don't like it, them start cut off the source, you know. Them cut off my source. Them tell the man, say, if you talk to me, I'm toxic. And when the person who said that, you would never believe who said that, people. When the man them, but me believe who said that, because the man they are Judas. Don't tell no lie. So when the man they are Judas, people. Judas. You call them out, Judas. Don't say who, but them are Judas. And you have cut off Judas. People on Judas, man, you just get rid of them. Judas people, them. Not good people. Some people you least expect to be a certain way. When people come back and tell you something things though, you have to say, boy, human beings got to be better. You got to be better people. Yeah, Jay says, speed appointment as coach is bad as McLaren appointment, which professional football federation would hire such a experienced coach in a situation like ours, and the players not good either. Well, speed may have been a financial hire. It may have been a financial hire. And we're going to touch upon that, actually. It may have been a financial hire. Meaning they don't have no money in all the court, so I have to get somebody who will take less money. Speed gave plans to park the bus. You see, Speed the same man try to play football. Honestly, we won't be surprised the local squad and go to the playoffs with beer run head there. Yeah. Double agent, yeah. I'm not calling a name. Some people are Judas. I'm not deal with Judas. We burn out Judas. And Jamaica is the term burn out Judas. And I Judas thing. But anyway, we are moving on from that. Now you have to fight against people. But when I say some people, and for the better in a life. Better. Life too short. The better. It's not a good thing. Now, one thing I've noticed actually is that Jamaica seems to be going, I said before, going local, very local. Local in terms of the new technical, the new interim coach of the Reggae Boys is local. At least the men's section or boys section of the football program, not the women's section. But let's go to the men's section. Even the women's section, actually, in some respects. So the interim head coach is local, based locally, born locally. The under 20, which I think is Rudolph Aston, based locally, born locally. The under 17 is the former fake technical director, kind of technical director. When they're Domswell, coach with the under 17, an assistant coach with the under 20. I have never seen in my career where someone is the technical director that's covered the entire football program, then becomes the assistant for somebody for a junior football team. Jesus Lord. Now show me each of those comments. And the new technical director is local, which is Andrew Peart, who was head of the coaching school. Don't know, so me have enough question. Don't know, me have enough things to say about that. Enough. The head hurt me. Enough. So we're going local. Don't think if you go local now, the players them, because if you go local with all the coaches them, the only next thing are the players them. And then we won't have, the JFF will be local, the players will be local, the coaching staff will be local. So go local. So if we feel now, you can't blame the foreign born player them. You can't blame them, you have to blame yourself. I think we were, with the under 20 team, we went local, don't it? We want to get 15 love. That's a local example. For the junior girls team, one local pickup team from the US beat them up. That was local coaches. Under 17 wasn't local. We lose to El Salvador. We go World Cup. and miss out by say 1 goal. Locally born, not locally based. Now, if you look at the technical director role, and I don't know Andrew Peart well, but Andrew Peart based at Jamaica. Andrew Peart doesn't seem like nobody who, he may be a smart man, but what is his resume to enable him to be technical director for Jamaica football? And the person who is the new GenSec, this is what he said. When they gave Andrew the role, they were trying to mitigate conflicts, so he couldn't do certain roles which may gonna be conflicted. People, the man say, they might consider conflict as a criteria for the technical director. They'll make sure they're managing a certain conflict. Me should find the comment I make. So Andrew Peart, I assume, will have no conflict. And I was told that everybody at JF have a conflict. So somebody tell me when I complain. So me want to understand this. If Peart is being hired and his conflicting situations are being assessed, and they're making sure those conflicts are mitigated and managed or even eliminated, the interim coach has no conflict. The interim coach has no conflict. Yeah, I don't know how. I've always said Jamaica should go out and get. I said it's a Maverick program too. A technical director, I'm saying Spain, give him Spain football philosophy, know-how. I even sent Maverick. I told him I was going to do this. I sent Maverick the strategy document for Spain. I think him read it anyway. I didn't talk to him afterwards. But you guys should read it, actually. You guys should read it. Go look at it online. Spain have them. They have it in English, even though them English are not the greatest, but they have it in English. They talk about their strategy, football strategy. It's really interesting, actually. They have so much information in there that any country can leverage off, no matter what your financial situation is in the country. But Andrew Peart is the technical director. Now, we had one with, well, we didn't really have any. We have somebody in the role. Now, so his role is going to determine the style of play, system of play, all that good stuff. Really? What is Andrew's resume to substantiate or justify him getting that role? What has he done in football at a decent enough level to actually be involved or for Jamaica, be responsible for Jamaica's playing philosophy and how we play football for the entire island? What has he done to assume such responsibilities? That's part of my confusion. I am totally confused. I'm not going to lie. Totally confused. And then, as I said before, they've gone local, totally local. Now, if you're the JFF, it's a great move if you want to maintain your position and maintain your office, because then the parish association is going to feel good. That's all local. The local population feel great. It's all local. The only time they come to bite you in the ass is when they're not getting outcomes and getting results outside the Caribbean. And then people's going to start complaining. But I don't... Look, you should go local if you're qualified to go local. Most people want their national coaches to be local developed. But your coaches on a resume if you do them thing there. Of the 6 teams in the playoffs, I think maybe only Bolivia has a local coach. Iraq doesn't. Right? New Caledonia doesn't. Congo doesn't. So, in essence, local may sound good and may rile up the base, but does it allow you to be effective? Does it allow you to improve your football program? I'm not sure it does. Because the problem with the JFF is that they're delusional. They are competent when them in way over them. Yeah, I don't know how somebody who I know we went to coaching school in Trinidad, but it's like the blind leading the blind, because Trinidad ain't going nowhere in football. Trinidad struggle. Some people, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. Unless you don't like the program, then I'm not force. I'm tell you the like button, of force, but I'm not activate it. But I don't understand some of the decisions being made. And Rudolph like to go on an easy program. Hey, Rudolph, come on my program, Rudolph. Come on my program. You know, you watch your program. Come on, you know me, I beat you sometime. But the beating is deserved, Rudolph. Come on the program, Rudolph. Come on the program. You say you're not go back on YouTube and me see on YouTube channel. But if you say me not go on Cranky channel, and me not go on some other people channel who me not like, or who them criticize me. Don't say now go up on YouTube. Can you come on YouTube? Me see up on radio station when the man treat you like you with some like a whatever question. Now makes sense to nobody. So you go up on KLAS. But you know when I go up on the program, then we'll ask people questions people them want to hear. Because there's no accountability in the JFF. None. Who judge anybody in the JFF? How does performance get assessed for anybody in the JFF? What's the pay rate for JFF position? I don't know. But you know, there's somebody called Paul Edwards who come in my chat and says, "Oh, Cranky, you run your mouth all the time. Why don't you get involved?" Right? Now, let me say this. That I just read the JFF Constitution again this weekend. Even though I like my YouTube thing I'm doing. So I say, wow, go work for nobody. I'm not working for nobody. I'm done. I'm retired, so I'm not working for nobody again. Only I work for the Lord. But I give myself that trouble. But the Constitution says you have to live in Jamaica for 10 years to be a board member. You have to live there for 10 years to be a board member. So they make sure them burn out all the foreign people them who live a foreign or born a foreign or whatever. Nothing born. All Jamaican citizens them who live a foreign and them come back and live for 10 years, them can't run for your office. Nah happen. Burn them out. And that problem is Jamaica on a whole. Even though I heard the Prime Minister, you know, it's kind of funny. I digress a little bit because I know someone like tinker with stuff. Because it all relates actually. I heard the Prime Minister says more recently after the US put Jamaica on the 75 country list and I banned Jamaicans from getting visa to become a foreign. He basically says, I'm putting my own words, that Jamaica has to be more self-sufficient. You have to start create industries. I've been saying that for a while now. I've been saying tourism and remittances can't do it. I've said this same statement all the time. US needs Jamaica have major pneumonia. Jamaica on the deathbed. You have to change that. But the point I'm trying to make with this is that Jamaica has exported a lot of intellectual capital, exported a lot of human capital. And Jamaica now find a way to carve that capital to somehow help the island. You know, if you go back for living, help the island intellectually, you know. Because in today's environment, knowledge is more. You know, if you get in a physical location to impart that knowledge and for it to be accepted, implemented, and make sure it works, you know, have to move. And I think the country got to do a better job in all the various aspects of the life of individuals, including sports, have leveraged the diaspora that they've exported and now support the island. Yeah, I just want the money and I want the brain. J. Russ Simon, we think positive. Think positive about what, J. Russ? You mean about qualifying? What have they done to give us any sense of hope? What have they done to give us a sense of hope? Tell me. What have the players done, or the coaches done, or the JFF done to give us a sense of hope? We're going to play a better team if we beat New Caledonia. What have they done to give us any hope? Any hope that we can beat Congo? Any hope? Yeah. I agree with the intellectual reparation. Jamaica develop and nurture those talent. They should try to find a way to leverage that talent, but they don't want to. Okay, everybody want to be the big fish in a small pond. Everybody. But I don't see what JFF has done to give its constituent or the fans any hope. If you ask him, well, should I ask him, you know? I haven't communicated with Simon in a while. But I do know most people at JFF don't want to communicate with me. I'm not going to say everybody, but most don't want to communicate with me. And I used to get along brilliant with the JFF, you know, people. Brilliantly, you know. Brilliantly, but you know, I got sometimes I feel like Charles Barkley say, I gotta do my job. That's why man Jordan not talk for much years. I gotta do my job, even though I think he was wrong the way he did it. Coming up, me already burn up my friend them. Me not burn up nobody. I try to talk about situations, and if you're part of that situation, and you're in the middle of it, then we have to talk about it. Can I help you? Given the direction, 2030 is also a loss, I think, until we have a snap back to reason and realism. Continue down this path and off the cliff. Solid 34 is more realistic. Yeah, but I don't know what solid 30. Yeah, I mean, some of we're not gonna live forever, you know. We're not gonna live forever, you know. If you go talk about 34, that'd be 35 years we didn't make the World Cup. We may never make the World Cup. Given no with this JFF, we'll never make the World Cup again. We don't make the World Cup again. Seriously. Bless up Tycoon. We don't make the World Cup again. Not with the way we're thinking, not the way we're operating, not with the lack of strategic thought, planning, execution, not with having the people who run the football. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I hate. Because me and Maverick do that all the time. 98. Like 98, the number of playing a lot or something. Waste of time. And people don't realize that 98 was 27 years ago. The world has changed and we still go back to the old thing. It's like some like people from England who always talk about the old days, not the 17th century when them dominate the world. The world changed. Different world. And you have to adapt to the world that we haven't adapted. It's poor. So if we I agree, triples. It's obsolete. Nobody don't stay them here to play football anymore. Everybody will travel go where the money is. But at the end of the day, we have to figure out. I think the people in the JFF are not patriotic. They're not patriotic. They're some of the least patriotic people that live in Jamaica. And they will tell you they're nationalists and they're patriotic. I don't think they understand what patriotic and being a nationalist mean. But nationalist is not even a good term. But they're not patriotic. The country doesn't come first with them. They come first. Their objective, what they can attain, then the country will on the list. But they'll tell you and they'll beat them chest and say how patriot they are. But they don't understand that a patriot has to have self-sacrifice. For a patriot, the country comes first. Not second, not third, it comes first. And the country is not the nice beaches and the tree them. The country is the people. And they gotta come first. You know, their happiness, how the country gonna develop, evolve, sustain, and they don't understand that. Well, the people in JFF, you know, there are certain perks associated with it, you know. There are certain perks associated with the JFF, so I guess they love those perks. And the worst thing about somebody is if you're incompetent and you don't know you're incompetent, that's the worst thing ever. And if you are also, you're an incompetent organization, you don't know what you're doing, but then you're surrounded by people, especially in the media, who are not holding you accountable, then you're going to continue to do what you do. And so I don't see the JFF changing anytime soon. I don't see the JFF changing. I don't see the situation changing. Can we beat New Caledonia? Yep. Can we beat Congo? Nothing is impossible. But the strategy we're employing to me is not obvious to go about trying to achieve that objective. If we're playing Grenada, if we want to play some football and the coach want to get some, we say, why? Unless this coach let me experiment, what am I experiment with? See if we can go over to the team. But I don't hear any communication with the players in that 52-man squad, which is heresy. So Gary said, that's so much short side. I see Jamaica as a nation more than a country. This views of Jamaica country, just the island. Yeah. Cranky, did you ask me if he had to put up something in place for us to these two windows so we could know how the thing? No, Rudolph and I haven't communicated in a while now. I can be transparent. Rudolph is not happy with me. Rudolph is very unhappy with me. And if I was Rudolph, I would be very unhappy with me too. Because I've been skating in some of my perspective on what's transpiring. Very skating. So Rudolph is not happy with me at all. And I can understand that. So he won't tell me anything about system and thing. Even though whatever we talk about, I don't come publicize it, frankly. That's not my style. But he has to be held accountable. Him and the JFF. So if they don't like me, we can't help them. I don't like the media in Jamaica. I look something. I don't look nothing from nobody. What me I look is transparency. What me I look is outcome, positive outcome. That's what me I look. That's all I want, is for us to do well with the football. For us to look like we're going in some direction that makes sense to people. But this the program. What program? There are no program. Party shop. It's no party. Then again, in terms of party shop, have some party shop do well. No, I mean, we actually, as I've said this before, when it comes to the JFF and the World Cup qualification, it was harder for Jamaica not to make the World Cup than to make the World Cup. And we sure messed it up. It was harder not to make the World Cup than to make the World Cup. We sure messed it up. My hope, though, is that look, everybody still hopes Jamaica make the World Cup, but I'm just very concerned we're going to get some realism. But I hope we figure it out. I hope we bring in some better players who can play football. We hire a dinosaur and we get dinosaur outcome. Everybody keep talking about me. People don't talk about 98. I mean, I was around in 98. My ears them hurt me. I'm talking about 98 nonsense. Like who goes back to, in 98 we did this in school, so this must be right. Like stop. 98 was 27 years ago. Or it's really 97. We made the World Cup 97, not 98. We made the 98 World Cup. We made the World Cup in 97. So I should ask him what? What should I ask him, Nigel? Is the question. Mr. Nigel said, did you ask me if he had put a system in place good for us for these 2 windows so we could know how to think about our football? Are you talking about just the football in general or preparation for the World Cup playoffs? Rudolph, what's your program now? Let me see it. Rudolph, can I find out if you tell the people? Rudolph not really talked to me. I don't think Rudolph has talked to me nowadays. I haven't communicated with him in a while, but I don't think he might talk to me. Because most of them on JFF, them decide to boycott me now. Them now boycott certain YouTubers, but boycott me. Me and a few more now boycott. Me know about the other people, them, but I'm just saying somebody boycott me. Even though I haven't really asked them to come my program. Coming what the answer is gonna be. Yeah, ask rhetorical question. But I did know that they have communicated with people not to communicate with me. I do know that for a fact. I shouldn't say a fact, but I was told that actually. That people in JFF don't want people. Well, it's not me alone. They don't want people to communicate with YouTubers. Buenas noches. Hello?
Buenas noches.
Hey, buenas noches. You don't understand what I mean?
Yeah, should I take Spanish seriously in school? I think, how are you?
It's good night. Before you start embarrassing yourself, it's good night. Que
Yeah.
pasa is like what happening. I don't know Spanish either, but I know a few words.
Jamaica come from, but Mandarin. I don't take over a place.
What do you mean? Jamaica, they teach French and Spanish. You choose one of them.
Mandarin, the Chinese, them, Mandarin.
Oh, Mandarin you want? Mandarin is a much more difficult language, you know. Cantonese and Mandarin are much more difficult languages.
But here's someone I make talk about Arsenal now go win the title. But
Who's that? Who's making that talk? Keyshawn?
are you? I'm not support Arsenal, you. But
I never said we're not gonna win the title.
no, you say you're not gonna lose the title from here on out. But yeah, me say now. We come to talk about Senegal. I get me say
Okay.
because I didn't like the behavior of two teams, of both teams. One, the whole towel incident, and I guess you could say that the Moroccan ball boys or officials assaulted the Senegalese backup goalkeeper to an extent.
Oh no, not you could say they did assault him numerous
Yeah.
times.
And I've never really seen anything in football like that before, especially when it comes on to like, I've seen multiple or various home countries host a tournament before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've never seen that type of behavior. And Senegal's part, you know, they felt as if they scored a goal and it was wrongly disallowed. But the way how I see Cranky is you respect the decision of the referee, you know what I'm saying? Walking down the tunnel as well, I felt as if Morocco should have automatically been given the win in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. So let me stop your question. I think it's a build up. What you saw was the end of all that transpired before the game was even played. Senegal, I think, wrote to the CAF or complained to the media and CAF about how they were being treated leading up to the game. So they thought everything was fixed against them, whether it was the lack of training facilities they were provided, was the lack of security that they got. They complained about a number of things. If you're reading the articles that were coming out about going up to the final, they were extremely upset. I'm surprised they didn't threaten not to play the game, given how they were treated. So they weren't happy.
Before the game, I see some images and reports on some of the sports pages on Instagram, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to go out there and play the full 90, because if it was the case where they won that game when they scored from the corner right before Morocco got the penalty, then not to say that it still wouldn't have been an issue in terms of the treatment, but I don't think it would have been as much if they had just won it without the whole drama in the 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, they disallowed Senegal's goal and awarded Morocco a penalty, in which that is a penalty, Cranky. We have seen it in the Premier League on various corner kicks, free kicks. Once you put your hand on somebody's neck or whatever the case is, even if a demo go down first, the mere fact that you put your hand there and initiate that contact and pull them down in that fashion, they're going to give a penalty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, as I said it before, which is there are 3 plays over the weekend, or maybe 4 plays. One was, but which I agree and disagree with. So I don't disagree with that those plays happen all the time in the box, but I could see a penalty being called. I could see how the ref also let it go. The goal that was scored, I can see why the ref called it, but also both players were pushing each other. One was just stronger than the other, right? Both players pushing each other. One may have pushed a little more vigorously. So I could see both of those. And then we had the Man U supposed red card. I didn't think it was a red card. A lot of people think it was.
Really?
I didn't think it was a red card.
You think it was?
No, I didn't think it was.
How?
So I hear everybody saying it's a red card. But the force that you place on these tackles is also considered in terms of red card or not. He was trying to sort of flick the ball off Doku. Doku is too quick. And Doku is not the tallest person. And Doku is low, so he hit him in the knee. It wasn't stamping. It wasn't a hard to tackle. Doku went down like he got hit by a bomb. He wasn't hurt. Yes, it didn't look good. But it's also when you slow down these things, it looks horrible. Everything looks horrible in slow motion. The Arsenal game, I thought it was a handball. He cradled the ball with his hand. They didn't call it. So I don't go with the crowd a lot of times. I hear everybody say it's a red card. I hear referee say it's a red card. I looked at it and saying, when I first saw it, I'm like, not a good tackle. It's not like he went and clapped him, as in Jamaica, tackled through him. He just put his foot out trying to graze the ball away and Doku move it quickly. And he kicked him.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a different opinion, but I think it was a red card.
But I'm fine with that perception, of perspective of people who think most people think it was a red card. I didn't. Most people think it was red. I didn't think it was red.
You know, any football fan will have a different interpretation. Even referees oftentimes struggle with some of those cards because it's not like black and white where you can just like, oh, that's a red or that's like a yellow. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's subject to interpretation. And then with VAR now assisting you, having a second look, you have so many things going through your mind to make that final decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess luckily for United, they got away with it and eventually we won the game.
Before I go further too, I think football is archaic and backwards when it comes to that. I don't think a football team should lose a player like in the 20th minute to a red card and they can't replace the player at no time throughout the game. That's stupid and dumb. I'm playing with 10 players for the rest of the entire game because of an infraction by one player. Get him off the field, let them get a 10-minute penalty, and bring them back on. This concept that you play, which other sport does that?
I think them that explore something like that at some lower division in terms of blue card or something like so. But
yeah, they have yellow card, red card. But I'm just saying, but even not a blue card, if you get a red card, like it's in basketball, you're out the game, right? But they replace you. They replace you right away, which I don't think is the right thing. But at least you lose the service of a better player.
Where we take things from basketball to implement in football. I see it as if a man get a red, he get a red.
No. It's not a man get a red. The team get a red. There's a difference. The team get a red because the team play with 10 people. That's nonsense.
But let's not change our game to suit how you.
No, it's make the game logical. It's illogical.
Illogical to me. But anyways, if you get a red, and you're not.
No, it's illogical because red card can be subjective too. That's why it's also logical. It's a subjective decision a lot of time. That's why everybody says a red, it didn't happen. So you take a subjective decision, the team get disadvantaged, the entire team get hurt for the entire game. It's foolishness. It's backward people. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, watch out now. As it pertains to the reggae boys, before we go to them, I say Canada have some good friends against Tunisia and some other teams. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When?
Good
test for them. I think at the end of March, around in the March time where Jamaica.
But that's a window when Jamaica don't play playoff, right?
Yeah. So okay. And I'm not sure. Obviously, they won't be using like the full strength squad, but whichever player them call upon is still a good test. For whoever, and maybe some of those guys who they call upon might make the national team, right?
Yeah. I
think it's Tunisia and another, maybe two other teams or one more team, might be mistaken, right? But we also Tunisia in the mix. But in terms of Jamaica, did rewatch the game and thing. Obviously, I told somebody today, I feel as if it wasn't really a practice game, it was more like a warm-up game due to the pace of the game.
Warm up for what?
No, like when the coach just saying a PE, like, but kids like stretch your leg, like just warm up till before then.
Yeah, but the warm-up game normally follows by some competition, right?
Yeah, but when me go high school and they say warm up in a PE, it's like you just move slow and you run a couple laps and things.
No, different. I'm talking about, so you have a high school team, right? So your Dakar Cup team and play a warm-up game. Yeah, practice for the ultimate competition you're playing now. So me think about warm-up game now.
Well, that's the best we can describe it because I don't know what was on display. And then I'm going to say Grenada gave them a competitive game.
It is competitive against a local team. It is. People forget that. You remember 2.5 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, when we played in the Gold Cup and the team was dominant. Do you remember that team there? The
one where Mexico beat with?
Yeah, where Bailey and Gray and Antonio was up front. You remember that team there?
Yeah.
Team was a dominant team, Team that compete with the Mexico and the US,
I mean, dominant against the smaller teams.
Yes, but that's the point I'm making. But they could also compete against the Mexicos and the US. Remember we played the Mexico US third place team.
The 1-1 game. Was it 1-1? I believe it was.
Yeah, 1-1 when Bailey missed a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then subsequent Nations League, when we play against US, we draw 1-1 at full time again when Burke scored. But I'm saying that team was a much better team, a much more competitive team. We are regressing. We are regressing. We're not improving. Huh?
The game at home against Canada, should I beat them before we go to Canada?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, man. Oh God, man. Bailey get a couple chances, man. Should I beat the
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Bailey missed but 3 sitters. You're right. You're right.
You see from that window, you see from this, from before that, and look after that, the team was actually competitive. It did have some quality. As I say.
Yeah.
But after the Copa America, that's where everything kind of just like fall, and obviously a new coach.
That's when Hagrim probably decides I'm done before Copa.
Yeah, everything just fall off the wheel. So the team at that point in time was actually good. You know them way they.
Yeah. The team was competitive. Yeah.
So many things they can discuss in terms of what went wrong. But to me, I just feel as if it was just a waste of resource to take them to Grenada. Just in general, because at the end of the day, Cranky, if Speed's assumption is that the better players are overseas in terms of Europe or MLS or whatever the case is, then you should just be watching them on the TV or Y-Sport, or if you can go 1 and 2 game, you go out 1 and 2 game and you take your play them from this. Because let me ask you this. Would it surprise you if more than 5 players from this last game get selected for the national team for March?
Would it surprise? Yes, very much so. Yes.
Exactly. It would surprise me too. And I'm asking myself the question. If I'm selecting a 23-man squad or whatever the case is to play against New Caledonia and then subsequently against DR Congo, who can I look to from this local squad that can be a game changer. If me just look for a man to just fill the bench as a reserve goalkeeper and you just want to bring Amali Knight or one of them man there, I guess fair enough in a sense. But in terms of your actual bench where you need players to come off and you start in 11, I cannot name you one person that started that game or came off the bench that I can tell you can be a game changer potentially against a New Caledonia or even more so a DR Congo. There's nobody. Old player.
No, I don't think so either.
There's none. So why am I looking at these guys? I
Well,
don't need to be looking at
some
them.
people say it's the practice for the coaching staff because they're
Yeah,
inexperienced.
but majority of the squad that you're going to use in March did not play in this game. So practice for what? The lesson where
No, you missed. By the way, people, please hit the like button. No, practice for the coaching squad because they haven't coached at this level.
That's nonsense. So when Argentina and them when they get to them respective coaches, you get competent people who have been there and done that, whether them do it at the club level. Gareth Southgate never coached internationally before, but in going there and him do a damn good job with a friendly or competitive game. You get me? I say you can't tell man about for the coaches to practice.
Well, that's not true. Rudolph said he has international experience. He's
If you're
coached.
a coach, you're going to any environment.
No, Rudolph. That's me probably wrong. Rudolph did say he has international experience. He's coached junior team. Same of junior
that
team.
can't translate to big man football like right now.
Well, him saying have international experience. So
You know, I'm trying to look at 1-1 game.
I can only go by what the man said.
Waste of people energy and playing fuel and all them different type of things there. So me I say, the
Yeah.
man if you go watch the man them overseas and select the man them that he assume or have the assumption that they're better than the man them locally. And then reflecting on this, what when we say how fit what the quota, not the quota, what do you say again? The 20 league thing, top 20 league, and then you play for the team before you can get selected. Everything just cancel out each other cranky. Because then again, if you're not playing at the top 20 league, him say you have to play at the top league outside the top 20 league. Bro, just pick your team and that's it. You get me? I say,
Well, my understanding is that somebody was saying, which made some sense, that the reason for those criteria is to ensure that a lot of diaspora players don't get into the team.
Don't get into the team.
New diaspora players, yes. So here's the concept. So let's say you have to play.
Where did the ones from?
So here's the nuance. So you have to play in the top 20 team in the world, right? That's one. Where JPL ranked like 12 in this region. So they're probably not in the top 50 or top 60. So that's the first criteria. You have to play in the top 20. Then you can be grandfathered into the team if you have played for the Reggae Boys before, right? So if you're Russell and you're Whisper, all of them, you're already 19, are eligible for a selection. And then you play for the top team in the country. Now, that's a cute one to put in. Because in that vein, it allowed JPL players to be in the team. But if you play in a League 2 and a diaspora born, you're not going to have a team kind of top 20 in the world.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. But that, I mean...
There's a cute way of coming with a criteria which satisfy their objective.
So championship or top 20 in the league,
No, I said League 2. I didn't say championship.
Yeah, I just asked. I think
championship is top 20. But if you're League 1, if you're League 2, and play for Jamaica already, and you're born in England, you're not getting a Jamaica team. Get called. Even though Mr. Tyrese are up on the list, so I didn't know that work.
But that
doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense.
The final point is the positive thing with this, and maybe it's not a positive, I don't know, is that hopefully he will just be there for those 2 games. You get me? I say, because then if he take up the job full time, that criteria will.
Suppose him be Congo, my coach make a feel life after that too.
And then who's to say that the next coach will then bring in, whether Miguel Cole or whoever, have to go follow that same selection criteria there. You see me I say? Because I think essentially control all the coaches now. So whoever them hire after speed, them are going to say, okay, this is the criteria and you have to follow this criteria. So it's the next puppet you have to put in place to follow that criteria there. You see me I say? So a coach might see somebody in a League 1 or League 2 that is quality over a man within a JPL and him can't call him because guess what? This is the selection criteria with the JFF hand down and you just have to follow it. You see me? So serious coaches, competent coaches, them not no time for waste with this federation again. Yes, McLaren never do good, but I think after his mishap and failure, a lot of coaches, them look at this job. And I mean, many coaches look at United and still feel that them can do a job. But the better ones will not want to take that job in a sense. You get me I say? And for the few better coaches out there that could potentially get moving forward, them not going to want to take this job with these people in place. No.
Yeah, I think that's a challenge Jamaica will face in them because, remember Donaldson left John Wall left, Hugginson left. Well, them fired John Wall. Well, let me rephrase that. They didn't renew Donaldson's contract, them said, but them get rid of them fired Donaldson. And the renew contract, he never wanted him. It was mutual that didn't ever come back. They got rid of John Wall because John Wall said the local players are not good enough. And Hugginson couldn't get along with them, so him leave. So anybody who seems to have any ability to get good outcome, then get rid of them. And then they keep them on them who don't know what they do.
Oh, let me ask you this now. So what is the difference with the technical director and the director of football? How that go now? How that work out? What's the duty?
The director of football's objective and duties should entail responsibility for football on the island, inclusive of football identity, style of play, all of that, right? How you play, that should be implemented throughout all the different age groups throughout the island. So they're responsible for football in general. They set the objective, they set the criteria, they set the plan, they execute, right? They should be working with all the different parishes and schools or whatever football sources are out there, organizations out there, to make sure on a countrywide basis, they're implementing how Jamaica should play football. Style of play, system of play, all that comes through should come through technical director. The problem in Jamaica is they never really had a technical director. They have somebody who have a job for life who just in a row.
So I'm to the director of football now. What's his duty?
They just got him. They got Andrew Pearce as director, the new technical director.
So Downswell left then?
Downswell is now the coach for the under 17 and the assistant coach for the under 20. Downswell was never the technical director of football. Downswell's name was on that. Downswell didn't perform the role of technical director of football, so he can't be technical director. It was just there as I filled the role spot.
The few we know about Pearce in terms of when we do the under 14 and Glenmere.
Right.
I mean, he's a very young guy. Obviously very ambitious as well. So we just wish him the best and hopefully he can perform well in them duties. I get me, I say, because I think.
Yeah, but my question is, you're talking about the technical director of football for the country, you're not talking about fee.
No, me know, but
for the country, you know.
But may I say, yeah, but for the look me know about him, as me say, him seem like a positive individual. Him seem ambitious. In terms of what him doing at football so far, it is pretty good. Yes, it's for the country now, so hopefully in this role, he can perform to that level or capacity.
So when you say what he's done in football is pretty good, in what context?
No, me just I say for what I don't.
No, because here's the point I'm trying to make with people, which is people don't seem to realize. When we talk about Jamaica football, people keep focusing on what people done on the island, and they can't talk about how that translates to the international arena.
Yeah, but listen, I don't know the man. I'm say for the few him do or when me see. It is good for what he has accomplished. I may not compare the man to no man from another country.
No, but I'm just saying that if I'm going to say somebody is in a role and they're bright and they do all of this, the resume is important, you know.
Yeah, but wish him the best, and I just do some of the things.
No, we all wish him the best. We have to. He's an technical director. We can't say he shouldn't be technical. We can't say anything else. I'm just questioning: was he the right person for the job? Just like you question was McLaren. Wait, no.
Previously to getting this job.
Yeah. What's the base that why he get this job?
Anything similar. I mean, no, but you know, I guess the JFF give him the job. So.
We are saying we should go local in our football, right? Fine. And then we put people in seat where I don't know how the resume stack up to what the job. It's a big job, you know. That Jamaican football I did. It's a big job.
Well, listen, just allow them to be, because as we can see in terms of other countries, we see that they're investing heavily. Them hire the right people. So if them want to go local and can just mash up the football, I just say things it is. I mean, not before Jamaica, but when Jamaica did their World Cup, we have other team who support. So I just let her go continue and thing and we have a club team. Because even the smallest countries now, you look on AFCON and whatever, you listen to the commentators in terms of the information that they provide about these teams, in terms of the investment that they make in the last 5 years or 10 years, who them hire from Europe, who come in and invest in the football, impart knowledge on the local coaches. I watch the Arab Cup recently, they've invested heavily. Obviously, those countries have a bit more money than Jamaica, but still, when they have enough money or a little bit of money, you try to put the right people in place to an extent, even if it's on a short-term basis, to try to steady the ship. As for Jamaica, we don't do that. So we're always going to be behind, and then people always have a kind of surpass Jamaica to a level. So if that's what they wanted, then when I say allow them to do it, but there's so much I know more we can do. We can beat them, fair enough, but can't really run up a blood pressure fight at this point. Isn't I say?
Well, I mean, if we love the football, we have to run up blood pressure. We can't help but run up blood pressure. If we love the football and we want the football to succeed, and we believe we know what good looks like, then we have to question and challenge what's happening.
Yeah, but big up yourself still. Big up United.
Appreciate the call as you, John. And congratulate. Oh, you play us this weekend, don't you?
Yeah.
You must be feeling good.
I'm going to fire upon Jason going to.
No, you must be feeling good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You feel optimistic, don't it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we'll try to bring it back down to earth.
All right, bless up.
Bless. Yeah, thanks for the call. That was Kishan, people. Bless up Nitro. Bless up Conrad. Yesterday's game did not go to the players. After one game, United is back. Right. They should go all local. I said that also. I said that. I won't say fair, not say fear, but I said that I called into Maverick program, and Maverick said, Maverick is we have people say me have to talk about Maverick, but we have to talk about what the public domain. Because my Maverick program, Maverick heard of him more time. I said, Maverick, then go for our local. Him say him not say that. He must say local players play better than the overseas born players. He must say, Whisper play good and how this. I said to him, say, all these players had moments, or some of them had moments of brilliance. They ain't play good. Only team they play good against Bermuda. Everybody play good against Bermuda. He must say, well, maybe you can carve out who is it? Play midfield. Palmer. Maybe you can carve out Palmer, but some people never play good, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, see if us play 8 passes. I'm telling you nothing. People, these are nothing I don't like about people. You quote stats. I him quote stats about Shea Hope against Brian Lara. If you quote stats as a means of substantiating your position, I mean, bring stats to you. All of a sudden, my stats not good because it's not satisfy your narrative. That don't make no sense, people. See if us make 8 passes, not 2 games, 160 minutes. Anybody else do that, and we get burned out at Jamaica. 5 successful passes in 2 games. You think about it. Me and you can make 5 passes in a one sequence. Then he must say, he watched the game against Grenada and he liked what he saw. And most people mean that me going to JFF check, I read the JFF live now. I pay a bun out me and see night. People never like what them see. You can put on the ball on the ground against something and you try to play by the ball on the ground, but you don't play against nobody. Well, I don't want this Grenada still, but Grenada is not a good team. It's not a very good team, that's all. Bless up, Thierry. I hope that if the hurricane affected your material, I hope that you're in a better place now, Thierry. Hope so. Everybody, people, for those who have been affected by Hurricane Melissa. By the way, people, missing something. My name's Slack at Jamaica now. When did Melissa occur? October? Melissa was October, right? I think a week after October. Gotta be about a week. Or maybe it was 2 weeks. Maybe a week after Melissa, I send 2 barrels to Jamaica. Then just get the barrel. What were you now? January? So why am I telling you star? Just get the barrel. Them just come and get the barrel yesterday. I'm surprised some people not suffer Jamaica star. Yeah, man, the flood out bun me on the road. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're on the road to recover dirty, Harry. Trust me. I am happy for you, sir, and hopefully it continues in a very positive light. But if some people take so long to get for them stuff from foreign when you send it on there, that's why sometimes the recovery takes longer than it should. Well, I'm sure Andrew Pierce will come out and tell us his philosophy. I don't know what it is. Why did Carrick team learn from Fergie? Wasn't Steve McLaren there as well? How I never see Steve of Jamaica play like this before. So I'll say this, which is, and I've always said this about even some of the better coaches. I think you have to assess each game individually and realize what players is going to help you to achieve your outcome. So what Carrick did was he realized Man City play high. Their defense is not what it used to be. He played them Boimo up front, who's not a center forward, to be able to run behind them, and he can hold the ball up, and he's skillful and he can score. So he scored the first goal. He played Bruno behind Mbeumo because you have to have somebody getting the ball. And he played a double pivot with Meno and with Casemiro. So his team was balanced. Then he had wingers who we know can trap back, right? Durker, whatever his name is, and Diallo. So he had players he knows physically, athletically can compete. Then there's a more about skill. Then he had some experience in the back between Martinez, who I think is a brilliant footballer, by the way, even though he's over 2 foot tall. And then he had Maguire there, who people give a hard time, but Maguire's a better player than people think. So in a sense, he had experience in the back, shot up on one right, dial up on the next. You know, people said Dallas should get a red card. He had experience in the back, he had quality in the middle, and he had people up front who can play both ways. Same in the game. Cranky send a barrel across the river there. You don't get it till next year. I'm saying barrel, he don't need my money. You see, Space same have money. Space still have the messy money. Garrison, I understand many fans are very excited about Carrick beating the juggernaut. Let's give him 5 more games and see before we start playing. Well, I think he's going to get... For Carrick, it's unfortunate. He's playing Man City this week and he's playing Arsenal. No, he played Man City last week, playing Arsenal this week. It's tough. 2 tough games. But when we played them the first game of the season, they outplayed us by quite a bit. So, and we always have difficulty with Man U for some reason. Always. Even last year, FA Cup, they beat us with 10 men. So, I mean, I say a guaranteed win. The only thing I'm glad about is that our defense is very good and City defense is not good, so it's a big difference. And offensively, we're not clicking. Arteta too in love with Odegaard. When Odegaard play a body, Bailey take him off, and he take him off and put on Marino, which made no sense. Orange man, I'll start the barrel. Wait, Orange man, I'll start the barrel. Yeah, Orange man, I do some enough things, you know. But people don't see my program right when we talk about Orange man. Orange man just want to keep certain things out of the news. That's all. That's all Orange man I do is keep the news cycle where him control the narrative. So don't talk about him in past. That's all him I do. Make the Orange man fool him. And the media buy into it. Because the media run down clicks. Carrick's a good coach. He's doing well at Barrow. He was doing well. Yeah, but I think in Barrow, didn't he finish 14th one time? He did well his first year and he struggled after that. Cranky, how you diss Odegaard magic left foot? Odegaard scored 1 goal this season. Odegaard, as they score about what? 5 or 6 hours a goal. In our competition, Odegaard scored 1 goal. Me can't recall. Odegaard's a very good player. I rate Odegaard, but if him now score and produce, you need a number 10 to score a goal. Now look at Bruno. Bruno not stop score a goal. Or assist goal. I'm across the Brooklyn Bridge. See that? Yeah, that Oliak. I don't honestly say next. The third woe is loading Cranky. I miss what the double O you mean. Cranky, you're a little too emotional about Arsenal players and team. Before the game saying that, hey, before the game, what challenge your football intellect, you know? Because before the game, think Gokares good. Before the game, I beat Gokares, he might push back on me. Gokares not good. Me not take Nunes over Gokares, and Nunes can't score a goal. At least Nunes affect goal. Gokares now do nothing except take up space. I talk about all these analysts talk about how Gokares, he occupies defenders. He is physical. He allows us to play. If me have the team, me I say the 50-something minutes I'm spend, I burn it. He's not good, waste of time. You can't play football. You know, Cambridge going to score Portugal. This is Premier League. Man, are good. The last YouTuber challenge ended up out of business. Well, let me just say this. FIFA, levels matter. I'm not Grenada. Levels matter. Okay? And that's in YouTubers too before the game. It's all about the levels. And Gokares is at the wrong level right now. When he plays in Portugal, that's his level. When he plays in Championship, that is his level. It's a big people game. All right? Big people game. Not ready. You were saying we gotta be patient. Patient in the hospital. We're not a patient thing. Hit the ground running. We're trying to win a championship. You take up space. Waste of time. By the way, Saka not play good either. Saka not play good. Him not produce. Him make $300,000 a week. £300,000 a week. Right. How much dollar that? About 360, 370. Almost $400,000 a week. Enough money that in the people. You know, I never get blessed to can't play football. I make them kind of money there. We were one. Gokur's only scored penalties versus the top 5 teams in Portugal. Huge red flag. Mr. Gokur is not good. Not even a little bit. People, I watch him play. I said to myself, say, can he beat a man? No. Can he run past somebody? No. How is the hold-up play? Not good. What does he do between the lines? Now, hey, people. How much shot does he Gokur take from the Arsenal? How much shot him take? Just shot him take. I play about 20-something games. How much shot him actually take? Now, yes, I would blame the midfielders not getting the ball. Sometimes the wingers not getting the ball. But how much shot does he take? I see Haaland take shot. Haaland take shot all the time. I see Isak take shot. I see ATK take shot. Gokur is not even he can't even get off a shot. He's so slow. This weekend he got a breakaway. The ball never bomb right, but he got a breakaway. I look at fat man. I can't look at you fat, but the big Brazilian catch him up in no time. Can't get it from nobody. I thought Arsenal, listen to me now, should have tried Martinelli at centre forward. Because Martinelli decision making is atrocious, but he have some skill and him quick. I'm see him score enough goal from half line, run past people. Chelsea, me can't remember. Man U, me can't remember. Enough game. We keep playing on the wing when you have to make decision on the wing, me can't make decision. I thought Martinelli can't hit the ball good. I thought he should be a better centre forward, but that's just me thinking out loud. Gary says, agree on Gokares. Portugal League. Saka is awful. Post-injury has not gotten back to his best. No, Saka has not played well. That's why we struggle. And by the way, I think Madueke has no goal and assist in about 13, 14 games for Arsenal in the Premier League this season. No goals or assists. Lord have mercy, we're in trouble. The only person who do something really well is Trossard, and he might hit and miss. Gary says, hoping for Sesko. Well, Sesko coming good enough. Even though the way Carrick play now, it may be a challenge because Cunha and Sesko is going to be out of the rotation. Because think about it. If they're going to play Durku up front, on the wing, Diallo have to play now. And Boehm have to play. Only one position. He might play 3 midfielder. So they change to a 4-3-3 now. Affect Cunha and Sesko materially. And Mount too. 3 very good footballers. None of them are getting on game time. That team ain't changed. Might use the same winning team. And most times, in one player, the 2 very defensive-minded wingers. Even though I didn't know Diallo was defensive-minded, but he's shown it under playing the wing. This team gonna be a starting team for a while. It's not a one-off thing. If you think about Man U team, this will be the starting team for a while. Mainu in the middle with Casemiro, along with Fernandes. That's a given. And then you're gonna have Mbeumo has to play. One play on the right, I play into the middle. Diallo has to play. So there's no one start open for the other kid. And in the way he's playing, he's going to be in the team. So if you're Sesko, if you're Mount, if you're Cunha, you're in trouble. So you're going to people, new coach come in, new philosophy, new way of playing. Some players get left out who were sure starters before. Oh. One second, people. So, this is interesting. I have to touch on this. I just got a one of notification that says this investment bank is thinking about getting rid of the top lawyer because she was associated with the person who committed suicide and blah blah blah. I don't know what I talk about. That's interesting. She's a top lawyer at the investment bank, and she was associated with Jeffrey Epstein, and they're thinking about moving on. Really interesting. So somebody sent me a message saying they don't want to call me out over the airwaves, but they're saying they're making an excuse for Gokares. My excuse for Gokares is not good. Say that Jamaica, we say it, blah blah. So playing is not good. No care much excuse to make film. But them join a preseason late. I'm not judging a player based on certain factors in them. I judge them based on what I see with my eyes on how they play. So the difference between I join late, I'm not physically fit, but I have certain attributes which are undeniable. Wissa, for example. You can see Wissa run behind Newcastle, and have some skill. You know, miss some easy goal. Gokares now have nothing on me like, except when they're on the bench. My favorite thing about Gokares is when he sits beside Arteta. That's it. Nothing else. That's my favorite thing about Gokares. When he sits beside Arteta and the coach don't look at him, just look like he don't see him, just look straight, like him blind, like him have blinkers. That's my favorite thing about Gokares. Otherwise, we don't want Gokares. No, it's a waste of time. Waste of time. What do you mean? So Manu played a lot for Anthony. Manu played a lot for everybody. The one I'm saying, Italy, they played a lot for Haaland. Then play a lot for a lot of players. Manu just buy a whole team and get rid of all of them because they're not good. Huh? No, sir. Gokares, so we wasted 50 million. So we just need to. We have money now. We're not broken up. We can't spend 70 million this window and still be good. We have money. We come 3 or 4 years, we have make money. We look at Arsenal financials, we have make money. We're not broke. We can buy a 70 million person in January and still within PSR rules. Yes, good analogy, Gary. Good analogy, good comparison. Oh, Lord have mercy. Reggae boys can be Congo. Please explain Croydon Entertainment. Please, when you make these comments, please provide a case for your substantiate your perspective. Good night. Is this before the game?
Yes, sir.
What
yes,
time? The game over now?
Which game over? Nah, the game is over.
Gokares game over.
No, Gokares game is over. I don't know why.
Wait. If Arteta against Man U, if he gets slapped. If Arteta play against Man U, if he gets slapped.
I don't know why. I don't know why you're beating Gokares. And according to Savior.
Okay. I have a question for you. Tell me Gokares' positive attributes. What are his positive attributes?
He can score goals.
No.
He's physical.
Wait. Be careful. Be very careful. He's the Premier. No, wait. Let me respond to you before you go. I'm gonna give you time to speak. When somebody can score goals, we're talking about now. We're talking about what is done more of late. So recency bias, right? So that's important. So scoring goals, he scored 2 open field goals, right? And he's a center forward.
Yeah.
In the best team in the league.
Yeah. Yes.
And we say he can't score goals. You can't score 2 goals for Arsenal. I play center forward.
But hold on. Again, we're talking about football, and we have to understand the context in which he scored 2 goals in this type of season that he's having. He scored a lot of goals in the club he came from, right?
He played in Portugal. He played in Portugal. It wait, people. Wait a second.
Hold on.
So wait. So if I score goals against Grenada, a lot of goals against Grenada, and Mike, I'm not playing. What's different? What's different?
No, that's different. The level is different, but you cannot say that because
exactly.
There's a lot of players doing well in the EPL that played in Portugal.
Yes, some people transition from lower league. Wait. Some people transition from lower league.
Hold on, and there's nobody who body of work is playing against Grenada that is doing well in the EPL. Right?
No. Here's the thing. There are also a lot of players who transition to the EPL who don't do well.
Yeah.
Nunes was in Portugal, scored a bunch of goals. Wait. What did Liverpool do with Nunes after about 3 seasons? What did they do with him? Ship him off, right?
Hold on. Let's focus.
No, but we're doing analogies and comparisons.
Let's focus. Let's deal with Victor's situation.
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
Right? You know that Victor missed preseason. Right? And I'm sure you understand the importance of preseason. Right? Do you agree that preseason is important?
Yeah, preseason is important.
Right? And preseason prepares you for the upcoming season. It helps you with the physical strength that you need, right? The explosiveness, especially for somebody who's playing in a position that he plays in, right? And when you miss preseason, you are not at the level that you would be if you had preseason. Because of that, you are exposed to injuries. He got injured. He was out for more than 20 days or something like that. And then he's back from injury. And what we are seeing is a kid who is working very hard, right? Given maximum effort every game. He's getting into positions to score goals, but that cohesiveness that might have existed if he had done preseason between him and Saka and Martinelli and Trossard and what's the captain name?
Odegaard?
And Martin Odegaard. That cohesiveness does not exist, right? And I believe that that's down to him missing preseason, right? I believe we'll see the best of him next season, but right now he's contributing. If we get 5 more goals from him this season, and he helps us win the EPL, the FA Cup, the EPL, and the Champions League, then we'd be.
So Gokeres is like McLaren.
No, don't do that.
What do I mean? What do I mean by that? Arsenal go win. Well, it didn't work out with McLaren, but Arsenal go win the Premier League despite Gokeres, not because of him.
You see, you made again another statement that would put you on the wrong side of history. Just a matter of time.
Mister, we go make the Premier. We go win the Premier League not because of Gokeres, but despite Gokeres. Wait. Havertz. I'm not the biggest Havertz fan. Please get healthy so you can start playing center forward and get rid of this Titanic. Man can't turn. You watch him run this weekend when he got a breakaway? What did he do?
I go back and watch him in Portugal. Watch the kind of goals he scores. He's not getting those opportunities. I
saw Whisper play in the school. Wait. No, I'm doing analogies here in schoolboy football, and he dominated. And he's at Chelsea. He's playing well, but he ain't dominating. Levels matter. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So you're not acknowledging that missing preseason makes a difference?
Yes, but I still ask you this question. What does
Gokeres different?
But you said
why is Isak struggling? Why is Isak struggling?
Isak went to Liverpool even after Gokeres came here.
No, yeah, but he missed preseason.
But Isak is injury prone. We know Isak is injury prone.
No.
Injury prone. Walking eggshell.
So you don't think Isak missing preseason has anything to do with it?
Of course, but I'm just saying. No, but he's injury prone before. No, he's injury prone before this year. Injury prone. When he's at Sociedad, injury prone. He's injury prone. When he was at Dortmund, injury prone. I'm injury prone. Let me just say this. I'm injury prone, big time. Even at Newcastle, he was injured quite a bit. You still haven't walked me through what are the key attributes that Gokeres possesses that's required of a center forward. You say he scored goals. He ain't scored nothing but 2 goals from open play so far.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
In possession, he get into very good positions to score goals. He runs off the ball. He gives us a presence in the box that we didn't have before. Right? His movement of the ball is very good.
You mean we have a light post? Wait. We have a light post in the box. Wait. We have a light post in the box. We have a light post in the box. Any light post can in the box, but go on. A light post in the box.
He occupy defenders, right? Because they know that he can score goals, right? And they have to fight with him physically to stop him from getting into positions. The delivery does not come. Without the ball, he presses very well. He works hard. He's a footballer. So I don't know how you could say he's not good. And they paid, 60-odd million for him?
Okay. So let's talk about this, right? He occupies defenders, people. Occupies defenders. He's now in the employment business. He's an occupation. He occupies defenders. I don't know what that means. But anyway.
Yeah.
Any player
that's football talk. That's football talk.
No. Wait. Any player on football field, people.
Hold on, that's football talk.
No. Let's go there. Any player on the football field occupy defenders. Any player on the football field occupy defenders. People. It's innate to an offensive player to occupy defenders. It's innate to the players and the role they play. Can you not play defense if you're not occupy defense? You're not occupied by a forward. The question is, does he pull you out of position, for example? So let's go there. He occupies defenders. He gives maximum effort. People, If you make £200,000 a week and I get effort, that's the minimum you can do. I get some effort, you know.
But that's why Eze, all your players on the bench. That's why Eze is on the bench.
No, they give effort. And the Eze score goal. Eze score 3 goals in one game. Goku can score goal in a game. So wait, give effort. I didn't hear you say. Here's what I expect to say, because you're a football aficionado. You've said you're
no. Don't do that. Don't do that at all.
Wait. You're being
naughty here now.
Let me ask a question. Can you walk the audience through what attributes you expect from your center forward? What are the key attributes you expect from any forward, but a center forward? What are the attributes? And we're going to compare them to what you we'll compare to what you said that Goku's possesses. Go ahead.
You expect your center forward to score goals, but he cannot.
No. That's it. That's all they ask from him.
He cannot do it by himself. Ultimately, that's what it boils down.
Don't be like JFF. Don't be disingenuous. Don't be like JFF. I treat that FA. Please tell the audience. You know it. What are the attributes you expect from a center forward?
To score goals.
What else?
To score goals.
What else?
To score goals. When your team is in possession,
all they have to do is score goals.
But that's ultimately it depends on how you play. You could require him to hold the ball up.
No. I said in general.
Hold on. I want my center forward to score goals.
I know, but what else? No. As a football aficionado,
what are you looking for? No. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? I want my center forward to score goals.
Okay, I understand what you want, but what attributes should they have? Apart from scoring goals, any other attributes, or you don't know?
Well, you want your center forward to be quick. Most likely, you want them to be strong. You want them to have game intelligence.
You
want them to have game intelligence.
Yeah.
You want them to be able to hold the ball.
You're going too quick. You're going too quick. Let's slow down, people. No. You're going quick for a reason. Let's back up. Want to score goals? That's one. Does Goku score goals? Not so far this season, right?
Yes, not so far this season.
Yeah. But I'm explaining. I'm being generous here. Generous.
Does he need help? Does he need help to score goals?
Everybody needs help when they play football. You can't play by yourself. But we're just going through the attributes and then we're comparing to what you're saying.
So let me tell you what's happening. You're not criticizing Saka, and Saka is not providing the service from the right side.
That's not you're just trying to show. You're just trying to show.
No.
Did you just join the show? Did you just join the show? Yes or no? Yes or no?
A little bit.
So you know I'm criticizing Saka. You know I'm criticizing Saka.
But you don't. You normally don't. So did you tonight? Did you criticize Saka tonight? You normally don't. You normally make excuses for Saka.
No, my friends in England say the opposite. But that's okay. Okay, we're going through Goku. Don't digress. I just say don't digress. Stay on point. So you need your forward to score goals. He's not scoring goals. You need him to be. What you said you need to do? You need to run the channels. You need to be quick. Be quick.
Yeah.
He's not quick.
You need to run the channels. Yeah.
Well,
you need to be able to hold the ball up.
Oh, he don't know how to hold the ball. He don't hold the ball well. Don't hold up no ball. Him hold the defender and then hold up no ball. Okay, what else do you need? So him 0 for 3. Keep going. 0 for 3.
What is 0 for 3? You're not watching the guy play. No.
I'm saying the attributes you talked about. No.
Listen to me. When you talk about footballers, because the first mistake, the reason why I call is that you said he is no good, and you cannot say that as somebody discussing football about a player who's playing in the English Premier League.
So people, when I say somebody's not good, it's relative to where they're playing. Wait now.
You cannot say that.
So let me rephrase. No good. He's not at the right quality for Arsenal. Is that the euphemism?
That's not true. That's not true. Arsenal would not have bought him if he's not of the right quality. Is Eze of the right quality?
Yes.
Why?
Goalkeepers have got much more playing time than Eze. Eze has got 30 minutes in the last 6 games. Eze has scored goals.
Why?
Because Eze has all the attributes I'm looking for in a midfielder.
Right, but why is he getting such limited
Because
minutes?
the person playing in his position is the captain of the team and the coach love him. Because Eze has been more productive than Odegaard this season. That's not debatable. In much less time. That's not debatable.
Go back to the Aston Villa game.
Odegaard, you call it about one-off game. Eze didn't get game in that game. Did he get game? Did he get game in that game?
which is the game that we lost 2-1, and was in the last minute of the game.
And he's been penalized because Magic Cash score of him because he wasn't aware.
Well,
as you would tell me, Declan Rice does the same thing, get penalized.
He did the same thing last season. He did the same thing last season that caused the championship.
Wait. No, but I'm just saying Declan Rice don't get penalized for the same mistake. Does he?
Well, that's you all in love with him.
Why do you do this? You give me example. I give you a comparison.
Yeah, the manager. If he wants to win the league, he must be ruthless, right? And he cannot have anybody on the team that's not willing to go in both directions.
He can't be carrying anybody. Might carry Gokares.
No, he's not carrying Gokares. Don't say that. You have to believe in your players. You can't put players on the pitch.
So why don't you believe in Eze? Why don't you believe in Eze? Why don't you believe in Eze? You can't have it both ways,
No, hold on. You can't tell me. You can't tell me.
You don't criticize Eze, indirectly. You criticize Eze. You did.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think he does enough when he's on the pitch?
Eze? He's starting to change. He's not realizing what the coach needs. That defensively he has to be better. Eze is the one who made that pass to Martinelli. You forget that pass to Martinelli? When we scored against City, who made that pass? From deep. Who made the pass? Who scored goals against Crystal Palace? Who scored 3 goals against Spurs? Who set up Gokares in it? Was it the FA, one of those FA Cup, whatever it is?
I don't think you all want to win the league. I don't think you want the team to win the league.
I don't want Gokares on my team. You're not good. Oh, no, that's not the point. He's not at the level
you cannot
I need.
Say that. You need to stop saying that. You cannot say that.
So he's not at the right level.
Okay, so let me tell you this, right? Maybe I give you another reason to stop. I was in a conversation with an EPL player one time, okay? And he's won the league before. He was part of the Invincibles. And he said to me that every player in the English league is good. It's just a matter who is motivated to play on the weekend.
You're taking the comment too literal.
No.
Yes.
No, but don't say it. It doesn't sound good.
Wait. So everybody in the EPL is good. We agree with that. When we say not good, okay, it's a Jamaican way of saying he's not at the level required for us to be successful.
But you're not in Jamaica. You're on the internet.
But I don't leave my Jamaican at home. I carry it with me everywhere I go.
You're on the internet, so don't say it. Stop saying it. because
no people in England say not good either. So I'm not yet about me on the internet. You know people say not good.
Look, they also do a lot of things in England that we could.
Oh, here we go with the England thing again.
But Victor, let me tell you something. Victor is a good striker. Victor is going to come good for Arsenal. You all need to be patient with him. Just like Eze is a good player, Eze is going to come good for Arsenal. But we need to be patient. The coach job right now is to win the league.
No. We don't have time to be patient. We only have 16 games to go. You don't understand. We're not into the gotta feel out thing and we're not a patient thing. You say he has to be ruthless. He can't be patient. He has to be ruthless. The two down the line.
Patience and ruthless. You all need to be patient. No. He needs to be ruthless right now.
Yes, so being ruthless means you can't be patient. You can't.
No. You don't need to be ruthless. You need to be patient. And
no. I'm missing my point. I said if the coach should be ruthless, he can't be patient.
And that's what he's doing. He's picking his.
He's not ruthless then. He's not ruthless then.
Go back and look at the starting 11 when he gave Aston Villa 40. Was it Aston Villa?
Yes, we had 4-1.
What was the?
By the way, we struggled in the first half. When they got injured, we got better.
But what was the
Odegaard played. All the regulars played. He has a starting 11 that he works with. He has Trossard, he has Saka, he has Odegaard, he has Gokares, he has Zubamende, he has Rice. That's his starting 11. And he has the back four. If California days plays, if he doesn't, he plays Ben White and Timber, or he plays Nkapie if Nkapie is fit. He plays Timber right back. His team is set. He doesn't switch. He's a structured coach. He play the same people over and over again. Even if he's a great squad, same people all play. Arteta is very predictable. Very predictable coach. What something to do the other day, Arteta, what Carrick does, Arteta would never do that. Never. In 100 years.
What did Carrick do?
Play Mboma at center forward. Play the two kids on the wing. Bring Mano back in the midfield. Arteta wouldn't do that. They go try and test it. Him now did an experiment. He would play Cunha. He would play Sesko across the wing. And he would play Mboma at right wing. That's what I do. That's what he would have done. That's not even debatable. Arteta is not a very coach who takes risk. He's a very conservative coach. That's why he want to buy 100 defenders and don't spend that money on a lot. And when you buy a forward, the forward is also like a defender. Can you say impress and have effort?
I want you to go and look at the starting lineup against Aston Villa. When Arsenal won 4-1. See if you could find that.
I don't know where that is, but let me just say that about that game too. We weren't that great in the first half.
David Raya was in goal.
Yes.
Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Nkape played in the back four.
Yeah.
Zubamendi, Moreno, and Odegaard played in midfield.
Zubamendi, Moreno. Oh, Rice didn't play?
And Odegaard played in midfield, and Trossard, Victor, and Saka played at home.
So maybe Rice was injured, right? I think Rice was injured. Yeah, Rice was injured.
What do you notice about this team?
That Rice wasn't in it, because I know you're going to go English.
What else do you notice about this team?
What do you mean what knows about the team? There's a regular team that starts every game. Apart from Rice. Marino. Yes.
No, you got to take a close look at it when you get offline.
No.
I ain't gonna get into this video online, but take a close look at it.
No, you want to say no, only one English player was in the team. That's what you normally do. You're always a beating English player. You're very predictable. You're like Arteta. You're like Arteta. It's not hard to figure out. You're like Arteta. Very structured.
4-1. 4-1 was the outcome.
Yes, 4-1 where they lost Onana in the middle of the park. They were missing Kamara. They're missing a few players, and we dominated in the middle. But when we played them at their home, they passed the ball to the middle of the park for the whole game. Anyway.
I don't believe you all want Arsenal to win the league.
We can win the league with Havertz playing up front versus Gyökeres. Or even with Jesus versus Gyökeres.
You don't know what Havertz been out for the past year. You don't know what he's going to give you.
He came in a game and his touches were very good from what I saw.
Well, we're getting goals from quite a few people.
No, when set piece dry up, we struggle. We didn't score against Liverpool. We didn't score against Nottingham Forest. 2 games in a row we haven't scored. In 2 Premier League games, we did score against Chelsea, but set piece again. If we're not getting set pieces, we struggle.
Well, we're going to score goals again tomorrow. We have to control the midfield. We can't.
Well, tomorrow's a different game, right? We're playing against an Italian team. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I appreciate the call. I'm not closing the program. I appreciate the call, sir.
All right,
thank you. Have a good night. And by the way, as a person who's very informed about football, I am shocked, flabbergasted, dismayed, disappointed. You couldn't give me all the attributes because you know why you didn't give me them? Wait. Let me finish. You didn't give me them because you know Gyökeres don't fit them. That's why you don't give me them. You know Gyökeres don't fit them. You couldn't name the attributes because you know Gyökeres don't have any of them.
I'm not going to go down that road with you. Yeah, I cannot go down that road with you.
You know, and I know that you know, but you are disingenuous like the JFF and like all of them because you wouldn't tell me what the attributes were. Because every time you check out one, you're like, Gyökeres don't have that. You don't have that. Let me check. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He has effort.
I have no opinion on the JFF, but I hear you all talk about the JFF. You cannot tell me that I'm just disagreeing like you said. That's highly disrespectful.
You know what JFF told us? That John Wall was reassigned because he can't do 2 jobs at once. And then John Wall sued them. Anyway, I'll go to FIFA upon them. MVP of John Wall. Anyway.
Did you see the game yesterday? I know you spoke about it already.
Yeah, no, I watched the game, yeah.
You watch it?
But I didn't watch the whole thing because I was watching AFCON. And then I came to the game, watched AFCON. I watched most of the second half. I wasn't impressed. Maverick said he was impressed, by the way. Even though it's Grenada. He said they passed the ball around and he liked what he saw. And by the way, they played better than any Jamaica team that played in the World Cup qualifiers. They were better at possessing the ball than any of those teams. I forgot that we played Bermuda twice and beat them 4 each time. But anyway, that's me. That's the local narrative that we have to sell and sell it to an audience. Yeah.
That's an interesting thing. I watched the game. I watched both of them at the same time. So it's interesting.
What before you go, give me 5 minutes. Give me two minutes of your thoughts on the game.
Well, I let me put it this way. I had the AFCON finals on one screen on the television, and I had that game on my computer.
Right.
And I was like chalk and cheese.
Oh, you mean like Portugal versus the Premier League is like that? You mean?
There's a lot of players. There's a lot of players from Portugal doing well in the Premiership. So.
I'm just asking. It's like Portugal and the Premier League versus whatever Jamaica put out, that Grenada game, whatever that is. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
AFCON was easier to watch. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right. I understand. I understand. I understand.
But if your buddy Maverick say it was good, it was good.
You know, he's trying to make sure that look. He said that. He said he said it was Grenada. He did qualify, but he said he liked what he saw. They're playing the ball on the ground, and he compared to Jamaica's World Cup qualifying and said he saw better passing than any of those games. That's what he said.
Who was playing the ball on the ground, Grenada or Jamaica?
Jamaica. He liked how Jamaica was playing. They played the ball on the ground. They played the ball around. It looked better than he saw when he watched regular boys play with the better players and how they played in the World Cup qualifiers. So they made multiple passes. They kept the ball. And Rudolph said he liked what they played too. They did what they did in training. They replicated that.
Well, look, at the end of the day, the job is to qualify the team, right?
Which team?
Jamaica. To get past.
Yeah, that's a job.
That's a job at the end of the day. So, and if we look at.
But this is not the team playing in the qualifier.
Huh?
This is not the team that's going to play in the qualifier.
You don't know that.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. I hope this is not the team that's playing the qualifier. They struggled against Grenada. They struggled to beat Grenada. It's the same team that keeps struggling against Trinidad. Trinidad's local team, not Trinidad World Cup qualifying team. No. When the local players play against Trinidad, most times Trinidad win or draw the games. That's a fact. The last 4 times they played Trinidad, I think they win 1 out of the 4. Right? And the games were played in Jamaica, by the way. They weren't played in Trinidad. The last 4 times they played them. Under 2 different coaches. The locally born players, the locally based players. These are not debatable points. These are facts.
Well, I'm still hoping we have a team from the English-speaking Caribbean. So,
well, I think you got to learn to speak French.
What? Actually, you give up? You give up? Wait. Hold on. This is important.
Yeah.
You gave up? Did you give up on the team?
So the way things are going, my hope fades every single day. When you're telling me that the way that you're going to talk to those players that won't be the team until February, took over in December, my head is hurting me badly. I'm getting migraine headaches. I don't get headaches. I give headaches. I don't get them.
So what is happening that is causing you to be dissatisfied daily?
So if whenever you go take up a new job, right? You're trying to learn as much as possible in the first 60 days. If it's a job where you're managing people, you're trying to make sure you build a relationship with those people as quickly as possible and as substantively as possible. Right? Trying to make sure you communicate to those persons in that timeline, especially in a football environment, your methodology, your expectation. You want to make sure no stone unturned. If you're a football coach, you want to make sure, like Tuchel is doing, you're going around, get as much data and information, not only on the opposition, but on your players and your team. Because you think you know them, but you really don't, because you haven't really engaged with them. There's some basic fundamental things you do to inform you, to make sure you leave no stone unturned. If you're telling me you're only going to talk to the players come mid-February and think about in December, then my head start hurting me right away. If you tell me that what you're doing right now is supposed to help you with the qualifiers, but most of the players are not there, and you can't embark what you're doing to them, me not understand. Me confused. Confused. If you're telling me that you told me that you watch a game against Congo in the Middle East or in Africa, and it's important to go to the games live, not just watch a game on TV, and then watch on your players them live, I'm confused. I am just confused. I'm confused. I'm very confused. I am confused. I mean, I'm just saying things that you're saying, and then I'm seeing you do something different from what you're saying. I'm confused. I'm just saying.
So I understand what you're saying, but there's no. Sometimes the Caribbean mislead people. There's no proof at the moment that they're not doing some of the things that you're saying they should be doing, like talking to the players.
Well, I mean, if you are going to talk to them, if you're saying, here's what I'm doing, you're telling people what you're doing, and say you're not talking to players, I don't think you're saying that. You're not saying that because you want to deceive people. I think you're not doing it. Because if you're doing it, you would have said so. In fact, it makes you look good to do it. So why wouldn't you say so? Or you haven't thought about it?
Right.
Or you think you're bigger than that? Because you know some Jamaican people in a senior position, and things, them look at people there, we talk to them more and talk to them because of me run things. Right? They have an ego, they have a persona, they have to maintain. They can't be, it would seem like they're subordinate if they engage in a certain manner. That's how they operate.
When last there was a press conference for you guys?
It was yesterday. One was yesterday after the game.
No, but that was not one you all could participate in, right? I think that was like 4 minutes or something like that.
It was the media that was at the game.
Okay.
They had a press conference when he first introduced, but they don't want diaspora to be in the press conference. Let's be honest. They don't want diaspora. They come up with an excuse about what? They don't want the diaspora because diaspora going to ask questions which they don't want. They like the nice, soft questions from local media. They don't want diaspora in their press conference. They just don't. They want to control the narrative.
Well, but you understand that. You understand why that is the case, why the local media wouldn't ask the tough questions, because, you know, if the team qualifies, everybody wants access, right?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but you can't give up so quick, because you once believed that despite the head coach, the team was qualified. So
say it again.
Remember, you believed that one time that despite the head coach, the team was qualified.
But I said so with certain qualifications to my statement. One was about the players we were recruiting. Only one came through, and even that one that came through, they call him up subsequent to when he got his papers. They call up the kid from Brentford, left back. They called him up not when he got his papers, the window afterwards. So he could have came in the window before that. They didn't call him up. They called him up the following window. And then 2 minutes one game, go play center forward with my left back, Rico Henry. They didn't call up the kid from Rangers. They didn't call up, well, they called up Mason Greenwood and him decided to say, no, come. And them tried to call him, and they couldn't reach him because I'm not same forward. Yeah, whatever it is, him do. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess.
At the end of the day, there's a game to play that could lead to a second game, and don't give up as yet. Hang in tight.
Well, no, we gotta make sure we get through the first game first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you gotta get through the first game.
You know,
what would happen if they get through the first game? In your mind, what would?
To be honest, everybody expects us to get to the first game. Just like everybody is qualified for the World Cup. Automatically. So most Jamaicans think the first game as soup. We don't play a soup game. We don't know what soup is. The same way we think of soup, the same the Canadians they think we are soup too. Both teams think they might each other soup.
I don't think who started the soup conversation? That was Maverick, right?
Yeah, Maverick is the one who said soup.
Yeah, I don't think he believed that. I don't think he actually believed that.
No, he believes it. He believes it.
No, he didn't believe that. I think he knew that would
You say him do it for views?
Well, he know. I don't want to say he did it for views, but I think he know that that would engage the people. I think he knew that, but he didn't really believe. Was that it's not about tough questions, Andrew? It's about relevant questions. A decent reporter would have asked P to elaborate on some of his post-game statements. Fair enough.
No, I mean the reporting is atrocious. The questions asked they're atrocious. They're not bad. They're atrocious. I mean, I say that out loud. They're atrocious. They have no substance. Coach, what did you learn from XYZ? Whatever. Coach, I heard on the radio that it's a big game, and they it seemed like Jamaica. Everybody get up to play Jamaica when they play Caribbean, and the coach beat him chest and say, "Yeah, we're the big boys on the block." Whatever. Boring me to death. The coach.
What is the consequence? What's the consequence if a coach does not do the interview?
I don't know for these local games is any consequence. Maybe for the more CONCACAF FIFA-like games, but I don't think for these local games it matters, right? Because these are
they're
friendly,
probably-
so they're not official
Yeah, but
sanction games. So.
But the coach should still have a responsibility to the media, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't mind it. He likes the spotlight. He doesn't mind doing a press conference. But he should do a press conference with people going to ask him some tough questions. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting the same question from the same person. Keep asking these softball questions that he probably was given to be asked by whoever gave him them to ask them. And Speed already know what the answers are. So, yeah.
So based on what you saw on Sunday, how long that team was training for?
It's a few weeks, actually, I think.
A few weeks. So based on what you saw, if you were to compare it to Halgrimson era, McLaren era, and now this, how do you rate the performance?
God, you put me on the spot because I don't want to answer that question. I'll take the fifth. I'm gonna take the fifth. All I'll say is that if these are gonna take us to the World Cup, better buy no tickets. Go watch Argentina against somebody. If I this team I check your World Cup, go buy no ticket, people. Don't buy no ticket. Don't waste no time. Go buy no ticket. If I them play where I go, we don't want to display them. We don't want to display them because they're trying very hard, just like Gokarez. They're trying. But it's not a trying business, people. It's a quality business. This team yesterday can't beat the Congo team. Not Sunday, not Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday, not Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The other team with all them other players, if they have the Ravel and all the players there, we give them a 5% chance. But them player, they're not beat nobody. Sorry.
Why you keep asking for Ravel?
No, I'm saying if you have players like those in the team, not saying Ravel specifically, but with some pedigree, that's a different story. The Blakes in the goal. Yeah, we have some other players supposed to come through the pipeline.
I think for me, I think sometimes when a coach have what they call a team is fighting relegation, they fire the manager, bring in a new manager.
Manager jump?
Yeah, the new manager bounce.
The manager bounce? We have bounce our ass out the World Cup.
It's one of those things where do you think you'll get that with this group?
Wait, so we gotta be careful when we say new manager bounce with which group? The one that played yesterday? The one that played yesterday?
Well, whatever.
We have both. If I don't want to play yesterday, we have both go right back to Jamaica. If I don't want to have both, we have both right back to Jamaica. So we have both. We have both got no World Cup. We make a World Cup. Well, you buy a ticket.
Because sometimes with a short what they call it, with just a 2-game scenario, right?
Yeah, I mean the ball is wrong. Anything can happen. The ball is wrong.
It probably has less to do with the football, and more to do with the effort and the commitment and the players' willingness to fight.
Yeah, but quality matters. Quality matters.
It's important how the coach set the team up. Why you think Villa lost on Sunday? Well, not why they lost.
No, Everton had a good team. Everton played well. Gardner played well. They played well. By the way, one of those kids should come play for Jamaica. Matt Needham, I don't know why, mother. They played well. They have some decent players.
But they were set up the way the coach set them up.
Yeah.
Which forced Villa into the wide areas of the pitch.
But we struggled against Everton. We only beat them 1-0.
Cranky, we on top of the league.
Well, we only beat them 1. We struggle against them. But I'm just saying.
I'm leading by 7
You act like Everton or some team where can't get good outcome. We struggle against we struggle against them. They're a good team, and we're a good team.
So tomorrow I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you a process I'm going through right now because you see me, you need this information. Sometimes you coach little kids and you recognize that they might be missing gratitude, right? The ability to appreciate the environment what they have. Some of them looking over the fence, thinking that it may be better somewhere else, but it isn't. And what they're doing, they're kind of wasting time at the moment because they're not I don't think your talent could develop if you don't have gratitude. All right? Arsenal is on top of the league. Arsenal is on top of the league. Be grateful, Cranky. And support the team.
I spent almost $1 billion. I'm not being grateful.
Almost up.
I ain't gonna be grateful when I spend $1 billion. Maybe I'll be grateful when I spend 100 million. Never spend $1 billion. No.
Do you know that there's a team that spend more money than Arsenal?
I know, but I spent $1 billion. Doesn't matter. $1 billion is a big number. No matter how much you want to spend more than we. Spend $1 billion.
It's about
and the teams that want to spend more than $1 billion than we, they might win the Premier League since we win our last one.
More money than
Chelsea win the Premier League a few times. We haven't won since then.
No, but recently Chelsea spent
but I'm just telling you that they have won. We ain't win nothing except come second.
Man United is less than £100 million. They spend close to Arsenal.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is this: is that those teams have won since we last won, right? All of them. But man, you win 2 trophies under Ten Hag. We've not realized that, you know. Even they were poor, them win 2 trophies. We don't win nothing since 2019, 2020.
Okay, we'll get it all this year.
Okay.
All this season. All four. Trust me.
All right, we'll see. Can't score goal, we'll score 4 trophies. We can't score goal, win 4
So how
trophies.
we on top of the league if we can't score goal?
Because the other teams have been poor. It's part of the reason.
Listen to me.
City, if you see City lose and draw so much game, that's about 4. What's City record? I just look at this tonight. It's not. They lost 5 games this season, and we're only halfway through the season. Somebody say Ravel has a big belly. People, if Ravel is on the beach, hasn't played football in 2 years, he's better than the entire midfield.
No, you need to stop that. You can't disrespect the players like that, Kanki. Come on.
Whatever.
Which midfield?
Jamaica midfield.
What,
better than them.
From yesterday?
No, every midfield they have had for the last God knows how many years. Yeah, all of them. Better than all of them.
No, you can't disrespect.
No, I'm better than all of them. Better than Palmer, I'm better than Hayden, I'm better than all of them. Better than Anglin, better than all of them. He is. It's a fact. I'm not I'm not denigrating anybody, I'm not belittling anyone. It's a fact. He's better than them. I'm calling like I see it. I'm not trying to be difficult or rude.
You see Ravel play.
I know quality when I see it. That's like Ronaldinho playing football. He may not be able to run for a whole game, but he's gonna be better than them. The talent doesn't leave. The physical ability may leave. He's better than them.
Right, and the game now is more physical than at any.
Yeah, but people understand. People like when I watch football, Andre. I watch Ravel play football. Mr. say the plays that he made are not. They're an innate football talent. They're not something you just manufacture. Some things you can. Some football have a certain skill set. They can't be replicated. They are what they are. I'm not making them up to be the next coming of Zinedine Zidane, but he's better than what we have.
What does Dr. Don do?
He's a cardiologist.
A cardiologist. We need to get some therapists.
You want therapists for the Jamaicans?
We need to have some therapists on standby because if this don't work out.
No. See, I am going in with zero expectation. Based on what I see so far, especially, and what's being said about what's being done, every day it gets worse in terms of my perspective. I go from 5% to 4% to 3%. That's where I'm going now. I'm at 3.5% right now, based on what I see.
And where is it when you're in your quiet moments?
1.
Well, because I've heard you say you don't think you would get another chance to see Jamaica in the World Cup.
That's something I wouldn't know. But people in my lifetime, it's the last time we got a chance to go World Cup. We ain't getting no more chance to go World Cup. Not with this regime in place. We're not. Not with this regime. They don't know the matter.
Well, you're I'm gonna tell you, you better pray, but you don't believe.
I just what did I say tonight, people? No, I don't see. Okay, we're not going to go the religion route, but I say this about that stuff, which is, I believe you make your own situation in life. I don't think omnipotent being or deity is the one that's going to get you out of all your challenges. I think whoever made us put us here and says you're on your own now. You're on your own.
But
you're on your own. Okay, you're on your own.
I don't know if you missed this, but I heard the coach said that the coach seems very confident that he can get the job done. And I heard the coach said that he needs to do this for the Jamaican people. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I need to be rich, but it never happened. I don't know what happened. And I pray to be rich too. Maybe that's why I'm so I pray to be rich, and I'm only rich in spirit. I'm not rich in monetarily. So I don't know that word.
You know the Arsenal fan. I don't know your name. Yardman, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yardman nonsense. Yardman nonsense. Yardman nonsense. Me, I say that no. Me don't care. Nobody say Yardman nonsense. Yardman. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. Yardman. I'm gonna take that back. People.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it, but I'm gonna take it back. He's weird. He's weird. You know, I'm dedicated and believe nobody, but it's not nonsense. Me can't help myself. It's not nonsense. No nonsense. Me I try to make it nice, and me can't help myself. It's not nonsense. It's not nonsense. But you're saying it's not nonsense. No nonsense.
You come after you.
You come after him. It's not nonsense. No nonsense.
But yeah, you gotta continue to encourage people to support the team.
No, I do. So I want to. Of course,
it's not over. It's not over until it's over. Because think about
it's not the fact they did sing and the lady get maga. They did get
Look, there's still a chance. There's no hope. There's no hope for nobody in Trinidad. It's over. Yeah, you still have a chance.
We do have a chance. That's a fact.
Yeah, right. You know.
But not with the way this regime is going so far. We don't have a chance.
It's like
people tell something, Andre. We don't know what am I doing now. No, seriously. We don't know what am I doing now, people. If you talk about we don't know what am I do. Seriously. Like them attack something they say to themselves, say, you know what? Don't talk. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just do what you do. Don't tell us you do nothing. Don't tell us what you do. Don't have no press conference about where or just because you just make me up. Every time you talk, me get more upset. Nothing. Just do what you do. Because you just sound disorganized. It sounds weird actually. Like how I think these things should be work. You know you know what a lot of companies do? They bring in what they call like somebody like a change, a change agent, right? You want to revitalize the company, you want to re-engineer the company because it's not going well, your product not selling well. You come up with new ideas. They come up with new people come in. So that's Jamaica right now. And you bring in intellectual capital, and you bring in somebody who's a change agent to come in and re-engineer things. So we brought in a change. We're bringing somebody. Not change agent. We did it before. So no change agent. And him attack, and every word him say, you say to yourself, rotted. We not trouble.
You see why you have to be careful what you say? Now it's being reported to say Yardman don't see.
Oh yeah, man. I've been one channel. Yeah, man. I probably have more people than me. Yeah, but I probably have more. He have more subscribers than me. He have more subscribers than me. I'm sure he have more subscribers than me. Yeah, man. Just start him channel and people don't stop. You know what? You know what? Yeah, man. Get the rabbit bones. I don't even get the rabbit bones. Yeah, man. Can't get nobody but him channel by himself. You can get the rabbit bones. Me not think he can get nobody by himself.
Normally the only team that I trust is the team that I'm coaching. But I think
wait. Yardman have 19,000.9 subscribers. Hey, you know something? I'll quit YouTube. Me embarrass myself, people. Yardman have twice. Yardman start after me, and I've more than twice subscribers than me have. Jesus Lord.
Yeah, you speak too much English.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk part more. I tell you now. I still speak spooky. The speaking spooky, I killed me. I saw toxic boss and me speaking spooky.
Look, Ricardo saying you have zero confidence that quote we will qualify.
I am not gonna say we have zero. Mine is not zero. But the number is going down every day. Every time I hear JFF talk, my number go down. So you know what I do? I try to do it slowly so you don't come to zero. So I start with 5 and make it 4.9, 4.8. Even if it's supposed to go down to 2, I say 4.7. I just check it off slowly but surely.
That statement you have on the screen now. Look, yesterday in the 90th minute plus, it would have been fair to say there was no way Senegal could have beat Morocco after they were awarded a penalty.
Right.
and look at the outcome. So football is a funny game.
Hey, people, I'm a ban Andre from my channel. Andre play games with me. Andre play games with people. Andre try to give you hope, so because if we go in with no hope, then we won't be disappointed. If we're going with hope, we're gonna be disappointed.
No, but the team need support. The team need energy. You can't leave them on their own.
We're gonna support them. Of course, wait, we have nothing against the players. We have nothing against the JFF either. We just want them to leave. But we have nothing against the players. We're gonna support the players. Then we're gonna support the players.
I think the challenge would be to get the players to commit to give 100% for the. Well, not 100, they give the very best.
We keep talking about effort.
Well. Listen to me.
I want quality.
For me,
effort is a given.
If you ask me, yes, you want quality, but you have to be able to create. Whoever is in charge have to be able to create an environment where the players that come in buy into the idea.
Yeah.
Right, buy into the mission. You was a soldier. You was in the army. You understand how important it is. To buy in when the U.S. national team gonna play in the past, I understand that it's almost like if they go into war, right? They get almost the same speech as if they go into war.
Ain't we no war yet? Ain't we no war yet? There been some battle, we no war.
Is the leader of this team capable of doing that? Of selling these guys?
He doesn't know the players. The people don't understand that. And he hasn't made the effort to know the players as yet. He doesn't know the players, and he has made it. From what he's saying, he has made the effort to know them.
Let me clip this here. Let me clip this. How much would you pay, Baggio? Let me clip this here.
By the way, I think Maverick has about 90-something thousand subscribers. To be asking the question, he has 90-something thousand subscribers. Yardman have about 20,000. Yardman have 20,000 subscribers. People, Jesus Lord.
Ricardo said he's gonna pay me if Jamaica qualify.
How much is he gonna pay you?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Okay.
Look, you have to.
Come people, and you get the 10,000 subscriber by next month. So on subscribe to the channel if you don't subscribe yet. I'm at 8,000 something. May have another 1,000, about 300 figure to get to 10,000. I may get 10,000 by next month. Okay, by February 20, maybe 10,000, me I quit YouTube. No,
that game is between the 20th and those two games are between. Well, the game is between the 20th and the 30th of March.
Yeah,
that's the window.
Yeah, I think that's the window. Actually, I think the last game is the 31st, isn't it? Or is it carried over? I know they have like a 5-day, 4-game difference between the two games.
Yeah, I think the window starts on the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Somebody's saying Low. Wait, somebody's saying Low is without a club. Ain't shit to have him get a club. He's eligible for election, which was the grandfather rule, but he's playing competitive football to be eligible. Yeah, he captained the team yesterday.
Does he not have a club right now?
No,
I thought he signed with Houston.
No, but then Houston released him.
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's not happening. Kevin Jones, that's not happening.
So why is he? How is he eligible?
They have a grandfather rule. I told you that. I told you what the rule is. The rule is to keep out diaspora players.
No, but what is the? Explain the grandfather rule for me.
So if you have played for Jamaica in the past, you're eligible to be selected.
Even without a contract?
They didn't say without a contract, because they also have some performance indication.
In the first rule, they said that.
No.
In the first rule, they said, yeah.
No, I think what you said is they said without a contract. Oh, they had something about contract, didn't they? They have something about contract. But they have what they call categories, and there's a sort of selection criteria, but they conflate them, they confuse them. Right? So one was there's the grandfather rule, there's a top 20 league rule, and the top team in the league. Then they have some performance criteria. You got to be playing regularly or some of those stuff. I got to go back over it actually.
Wow.
Somebody say you got released from Houston. You got released from Houston.
You just gotta wait and see. And what would you say if at the end of the second game Jamaica is going to the World Cup? What would your show be like? Your post game show?
I would get a lot of views. That's all I know. I get a lot of views. Because people be fighting every single channel talk about Jamaica football. Jamaicans, they will find it. Even the ones who never watch no football at all, they find it. We get a lot of views. That's the first thing. No, I mean, what would I say? I don't know what I would say. I'm sure I would say a lot, actually. I would be praising the man who's run the program. He would get a lot of kudos. He'd get a lot of kudos. So whoever's running the program.
So that hold on.
The coach would get a lot of kudos if they made it work out. A lot of kudos.
Okay. Despite is there
that means my assessment of what's required to get us there was totally wrong, and I should be chastised for my perspective.
What if the performance wasn't good?
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter then. Okay.
It's going to the World Cup. It's about outcome. It doesn't matter if the performance is good or not. It's about outcome. Okay. Who gives a damn about outcome? Who can perform? You can go perform in the World Cup. It's about outcome. Performance is about such. Wait. So there's a sustainability. People. If I'm playing a 38 games, performance matters game to game because it takes 38 games, and if you don't perform well on a continuous basis, it's going to materialize itself and you're not winning. If I'm playing a one-game like Inter play against Barcelona, but Inter park the bus, can I win the first game and me have to win one game? I don't really care. So I'm going to win me good.
I think this you take this hypocrite thing too serious.
Butler, Drainix.
You take this hypocrite thing too serious.
Who cares about performance with the World Cup? Anybody care about people? Anybody care about performance in the World Cup? If you go World Cup, you care about performance.
If you win the EPL?
Yes, because entertainment. Wait. There's a difference between me getting to the World Cup and me playing in the World Cup. There's a difference. If I have one game to get to something and I win, do I give a damn about performance? No. There's a difference between being a number of games. Okay, if you don't perform well, it eventually catches up to you. That's the whole thing about a 30-game season.
Have you been observing the league properly? The league seems to have regressed about 15 years.
The Premier League?
Yeah.
Every league seems to have regressed. Every league.
The league looks like the performance of the teams.
No, because what people don't understand is this: the football has changed, and the quality of players have changed. So
I think the league has made an effort to be more physical, just like it was way back in 2010 when Man U won the league.
But we're missing. Everybody have money nowadays. Now, some people have more money than others, but everybody have money. Look, Sunderland spent £100 million. Sunderland spent £100 million and just came up from the Championship. Burnley spent no money; they're going right back down.
Yeah, but the quality of players.
No, but they're buying players from everywhere. The EPL is buying. Look, I watch Bournemouth again, Brighton today. They have good players. You know what I like?
Look at who City just bought.
You know what I like? I like Minter. I like that.
Do you really believe that Semeno in City heyday at the height of City under Pep? Do you think that Semeno is a player that goes to City?
He wouldn't start though, because remember they had Sterling and Mahrez. It's possible. They had Sterling and Mahrez and Jesus. That was their wingers basically, you know.
Yeah, but those guys are.
But they were playing well then.
Are different.
Yeah. It's possible. Semenyo is a good player.
He is a good player,
but he's not an exceptional player. But he's a good player.
It's not what City would normally bring in.
Yeah, I mean, City just have a lot of money. They have a lot of money, too much money for their own.
Because everybody's jumping up and down. He scored what? He scored the other day against.
He scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals. He scored in the first 2 games. He scored in a FA Cup game again, and they played. Okay.
The FA Cup was a League One team, right? I mean, you can.
Yeah. And then he scored in a Premier League game. He scored in his first Premier League game.
All right. He's not the type of player that I think City would have brought in after, the second trophy, the third trophy with Mahrez and those guys around. He's just not.
He's a good player.
But it's just not the.
Somebody said Semenyo bought him. That's probably true. He was bought to make rivals don't get him. Yeah, Semenyo wanted to come to Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan. Both he and Eze were Arsenal fans. But it was Robbie said the rumor is that he contacted Ateta, and Ateta says we can't buy this window. And he said, "All right, we need the money now." I think Gui also wanted to come to Arsenal, but He's getting £300,000 a week and a big sign-on bonus. He's gonna play for a top team. Why not? I would have waited till the summer if I was him. Pick my team.
I think we have a quota. We don't need any.
We have a quota.
Yeah.
We're not JFF.
Yeah.
What do you mean we have a quota?
We have enough. We already put in 3 and 4 at the field at the same time. We need to cut that out.
Yeah, we're struggling to play some of the players, so we don't need. We have need. We need a left wing and a centre forward.
I would start that midfield from the Villa game. But Declan Rice would make a serious case for being in there as well because of some of the other things he brings to the table, the corners and the free kicks. He really does whip up.
No, he plays good defense. He plays good defense. He works.
You know,
he gives effort. You like to talk about. He gives effort. He gives effort. You like to talk about effort. He gives effort.
You don't understand the importance of that. Yeah? That's why.
Give me quality, and I'll work on the effort.
Yeah, quality. Eze has quality.
Yeah, but Eze's problem is he's not at Crystal Palace anymore.
He's what?
He's not at Crystal Palace anymore.
Right.
He's not a star anymore. He's not a star. He's
a little more sophisticated. He's a team.
Yeah, but he's not the star anymore. He's not the star. You gotta understand that. You're not this. When you're the star, you can do it. You can do like you remind me. You know, Eze remind me of. You know the perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Grealish and Eze. You know what that analogy is?
What?
Grealish at Aston Villa did whatever the hell he wanted to do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Eze at Crystal Palace did what the hell he wants to do. And as you like to say, they're both English. They now go to better teams, much better teams where they have competition. And the way they used to play their old team, they can't do that their new team. So Grealish at City had to play defense. It takes away from his offense. I've heard some Arsenal fans say, like Curtis says, the problem Arsenal have is Arteta requires too much of his wingers to defend or his midfielders to defend, so they burned out and they can't produce as much offensively. There can be some credence to that. Right? It's some credence to that.
Yeah, but when City was winning, they were doing that.
Yeah. No, I agree. But they see how they burn out quickly. Most of them, when
Barca is winning, that's what they do.
But Barca rest on offense though, and City also rest on offense.
Right, because you keep the ball. Right, that's a way of getting some rest as well. But you don't want the ball playing in front of your goal. You want the ball playing in front of the other team goal. So
I'm not saying Arteta is wrong about requiring. I'm just saying there are people who are saying that's part of Arsenal's offensive problem is the amount of effort they put on defense. That's why the players get injured. That's why they burnt out, etc.
I think with Victor, playing a right-footed right winger, a right winger with the dominant right foot, and a left winger with the dominant left foot, he probably score more goals. Because the ball is going to come earlier.
I think, in my view, people, please hit the like button. We're going to close on the program soon. I think I've been here over 3 hours. For Victor, my view is this. Victor's best position, and where I like to see him be, is very important that he sit beside Arteta and watch the game. That's all I'll say.
How do I know you was going to say that?
You see my lead up to it.
Because
my lead up to it. His best position is right beside Arteta. In fact, not beside Arteta. We had assistant coaches there to give him some instruction. Arteta can't game manage. Sit beside Eze because they sit down and get on game.
This is what's interesting. This is what's interesting about your commentary. You were just talking about Victor, and you used a schoolboy footballer to draw an analogy.
I have to go extreme to give you the point because you see, like
you can't. No, Victor is gonna come good. Trust me. And despite him not having a preseason, he's gonna come good this season.
Yeah.
He's gonna come good in the Champions League. He's gonna come good.
Yeah.
Don't.
I hope Eze take the opportunity tomorrow when he starts to play well. I hope he plays because I see him trying to play defense. It's hard, It's hard to change bad habits, when you were the star. It's hard. That's why Grealish struggle at Man City.
Why do you think he's gonna play tomorrow?
Oh, he's gonna start tomorrow. There's no doubt because we don't have to win tomorrow's game.
No, you see that's the thing. That's a habit.
Let's bet some money. No, let's bet some money. Since you want to challenge me, $1,000. Same start tomorrow.
No. I'm not challenging you.
Okay.
Challenging.
He's gonna start tomorrow. I mean, people, I mean, $1,000 Jamaican dollars, by the way. Go ahead.
The winning is a habit. It's a culture, right? It's not, if you're trying to win everything, you can't say that you don't have to win tomorrow. Right?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying is this: he's not going to start. He's going to start his same team for games he thinks he has to win. That's how I'm telling you how the coach operates. He's a brilliant footballer. He's going to start the same team. When Odegaard was out, he started SA. Since Odegaard come back, he bench SA. It's fact.
I think he needs to start his best team tomorrow. Is California back?
No, California is crocked, man. He's like John Stone. Always injured.
He needs a strong back four. I think,
and Cape is injured too. And Cape never gets injured, and now he's injured for Arsenal all the time. Premier League's a tough league. Tough league.
Ben White has played 2 good first halves recently.
Yeah, Ben White's injured prone too.
He tend to, during the course of the game, he tend to start to lose quality for some reason. But he's played a good half in the last game.
I think he's played good offensively. Ben White is not the best defender. Playing he plays good offensively. He'll get the ball, he'll cross the ball to Victor Gyökeres. Because Saka ain't doing it. Saka's gotten selfish. People don't realize that.
If he gets into the attacking to it more often,
he makes good decisions.
The ball on his feet. He can Gyökeres get some more opportunities.
Yeah, no, he makes good decisions. Timber doesn't. Timber can't play the inverted. Timber is a brilliant defender. He can't play the inverted. Lewis Kelly's a better inverted player than Timber. It's not even close. Lewis Kelly can't defend anymore. He's running backwards. But anyway, I'm gonna close the program down because I'm tired.
I think
it's been a long night. Over 3 hours.
The season ends with Arsenal in 1, Aston Villa in 2, City in 3, and Liverpool in 4.
No, I think it's Arsenal, City, Aston Villa, Liverpool. That's what I'm predicting.
If Aston Villa is not second, they're going to be 5th or 6th.
They have personal problems. They can't buy anybody.
All it takes is a couple of injuries.
Yeah, they don't have enough people,
and they don't have the depth.
Yeah, they don't have the depth.
They
sold Marlin because they have PSR problems. They sold Marlin. They need him, and they sold him. Just like how they sold Ramsey. They sell all these players because they don't have. They're trying to not to violate PSR rules, and it's a problem for them.
Somebody suggesting that Villa is going to be first.
Huh?
Somebody suggesting Villa going to be first.
First what?
First to drop out of the top 4.
Must be. Villa missed their chance. Villa's like everybody missed their chance this weekend. Arsenal actually improved by missing his chance, even though he's missed his chance. They improved by a point, even though they probably they should have won that game against Nottingham Forest.
Every game for Arsenal going forward is going to be difficult. Yeah, because everybody comes and fight.
So I have a question for you before I go. Last question. I know you're saying last question. I do really have to go. I have been suggesting that I think Martinelli should have been tried at center forward. What are your thoughts?
There were times during last season I thought he should have, or he could have. Because he's willing to run in behind.
Yep.
And we didn't have a striker, and I thought that he would have been an.
And he doesn't have to think.
No. Leave Martinelli alone, but I think it's going to be hard to do that now with Jesus back and Havertz back.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen now. But I thought he missed a trick with that. Because I think Martinelli his speed is ridiculous. He has some skills. He's not a bad finisher, even though he's missed some sitters.
Oh, he's got some good goals this season.
Yeah. No, I think he should have tried him at center forward. I think he'll probably pressure the defense. You see how Gyökeres pressure defense? He'd force defense to be deep, and there's space between the 3 lines. We would never get pressed with Martinelli playing center forward. Never.
Do you believe that Arsenal could win 12 more games?
Arsenal will win 12 more games.
All right, so that's all it
I think Arsenal will go. Now. They'll win of the 16 remaining games. They will win. Damn, you know what? I forgot about draws. No, I forgot about draws. They're gonna win.
Well, we talk about win.
They're gonna win about 11. They're gonna win 11.
No, well, 12 is needed to win the league.
Well, but you're saying 12. No.
Yeah, 12.
What's needed depends on how the other teams play, on their outcome. So you can't just say 12.
Well, I think if Arsenal win 12 games, they're safe.
If they win 12 games, then they have 86 points. The number that City can get, I think, and Villa are like 91. So that means it's not guaranteed yet.
Yeah, but City is not winning. City don't have a back four right now.
Well, they got Gui, right?
Yeah,
He's a good player. I know he's English, but he's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good player. He's a very good player. I don't know
why I feel that way about the English players, but
he's a very good player. That's all I'd say. He's a very good player.
He's got to figure out the system. So
yeah. All right, sir.
All right, man.
We'll chat. Have a good night.
All right.
All right, everyone. First, I want to say, before you leave the chat, people, please hit the like button. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. I see somebody in the chat come create problems as usual, the same people them. And then people get all upset and they try to have fight with people in the chat. So I have to ignore them sometimes. But I'll say this. My hope is that the coaching staff of the Jamaica national team will realize that the approach they're taking, at least optically, needs to be changed. And they try to understand what's required to get us to the World Cup, not just playing local games against local teams, but also the players in that 52-man pool. There has to be early engagement with them. They also need to strategize about how they're going to get information to players about the opponent as soon as possible. Players are conflicted in the fact that they're playing for their club teams. That's where they want to focus on, and they do that when it comes to national duty. They can't do that here. You have to multitask. So my hope is that they're going to do that. I also have another request, which is local media, get your act together. You really are failing the country miserably. Get your act together. It's not a good look. Not a good look. You go to press conferences, you ask the same recycled question, you ask these vanilla questions. We don't want to hear that. It's wasting our time and wasting your time, wasting the coach's time. Right? Your objective and goal should be to ask questions which are going to engender change, which are going to make the coaches think, which are going to let them reassess, which are going to provide insight to the public, the footballer fans who want to see the country get to the World Cup, even though the probability and possibilities are reducing significantly every single day. We want to have some confidence that the coach's approach, the strategy he's employing, and how he's going to execute, that it has some credence to it, it has some believability to it. It's something that we feel, you know what? Even though the opposition seem monumental, we can overcome, like Martin Luther King, and we can achieve our objective. All right? So, I want each of you to, for those of you who are religious, pray for the team. And I hope that the footballing public going to support the team, because we're going to support the team, you know. Even if we have criticized the team, we have to support the team. Who else we all support? We don't want to support no Brazil. We don't want to support no England until we get to the point where we no longer qualify. We may be pessimistic now, because God knows the zone we got was so easy, or head scratch, and Congo may seem like a behemoth and seem like insurmountable odds, but David killed Goliath, if you believe the Bible stuff. So, Congo and Goliath, New Caledonia right below the Goliath. We need to slay both of them, not figuratively, not literally. And let's hope we can do that. But let's hope that we are organized to get there. And even if we don't go there, at least we can see there was a strategy and an effort made, which was so significant that it was worth the effort. So anyway, like how the Ethiopians prayed for food back in the 80s. I don't know about that. So people, have a good night. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button before you go. If you haven't subscribed, help me get to the 10,000 mark, people. We're working on it, right? With that 8,000, let me get to the 10,000 mark. And I appreciate you, every single one of you who came by quickly or came by late, who stayed for the period. I remember some of our membership thing, people. So I dropped some videos this week on different topics because I have diversified the platform and the topic. So subscribe, people, like, and help me achieve my 10,000 destination. Because it's very, very important. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. And peace out. Frankie Life is the place to be now. For the best sports talk and it's free, yo. Grandkiller will be your guiding light by keeping you informed both day and night. Grandkiller, tell them. Grandkiller, heed them. Grandkiller, want them. Grandkiller. From the courts to the field, we'll never lose because Cranky has the hottest news. With expert analysis, we break it down. Our in-depth coverage is best in town. Grandkiller, tell them. Grandkiller, heed them. Grandkiller, want them. Grandkiller. Grandkiller, where the sports is spicy and where we keep the discussion lively. Grandkiller, get to know the name because Cranky analysis is never lame. Grandkiller, give me my Grandkiller. I want my Grandkiller. Must have my Grandkiller. Whether it's football or track and field, you know Cranky is at the wheel. So join the journey through victory and defeat and subscribe and don't miss a beat of Grandkiller. Tell them, Grandkiller, heed them, Grandkiller, want them, Grandkiller. If you're from England or USA, from Kingston or Bombay, from Kenya or Canada, Lagos or Havana, visit Cranky Live. Tune into Cranky Live. Like up Cranky Live. Subscribe to Cranky Live. Cranky Live coming to you on weekdays. Cranky Live sometimes on Sundays. Pull up a chair and take a seat because Cranky will always bring the heat. Cranky Live. Me say fi tell them Cranky Live. Me say fi heed them Cranky Live. On them Cranky Live. Cranky Live will be around. Cranky Live is the best in town. Me say fi heed them. Me say fi want them. Me say fi heed them. Want them, heed them, want them. Cranky Live. Cranky Live. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Cranky Live. Cranky Live. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Cranky Live. Cranky Live. Cranky. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Heed. Want. Heed. Want. Heed them.